Yes, of course. Anywho's in wits. Yes, welcome back to an art time video. So, we are going to be drawing a frog. What a freaking intro. Alright, yes, we're going to be drawing a frog today, folks. From scratch, and obviously from scratch. Showcasing it as soon as I do the thing. So, yes, as per usual, if you find yourself liking the videos, please leave a like and subscribe for more. So, now that that terrible accent's out of the way, I'm drawing a frog. So, this drawing's going to be somewhat special. I also still got ants, but there's only a couple. The stench of death is keeping a bunch of the hordes away. And if they're too stupid to realize that they're not supposed to be in this domain, then so be it. I'll just keep killing them. Anyways, yes. There's a very special reason that this is a very special drawing. You'll see what I mean when we get to the drawing at hand. You all probably don't even know what the hell this is, but that's the mouth of the frog. I don't know why my brain is telling me or asking me this, but frog teeth? Do they have teeth? They have teeth, but it seems like it's very small. Do frogs have teeth? Yep, some have tiny teeth on their upper jaw and the roof of their mouth. So they don't actually have the same kind of teeth as you and me do, cat. So I'm not going to draw teeth here. What kind of frog am I drawing? I don't know. I guess one of those kinds of frogs with, I guess all frogs have, though. No, that one has a different kind of eye. I'm going to draw one of these kind of frogs over here. Not the usual. What are you looking at? Is there another ant? Do I have to myrtleize yet another ant? No, I don't see an ant there just looking at the floor for some reason. Or maybe you killed the ant already. Anywho's and wits, yeah, that's, how you doing, cat? Right, end card stuff. We just posted the video where we did the end cards. We know how to do end cards now. So look at that. Don't you meow at me? This one I kind of need to be like this. I'm not sure. Maybe you just don't show that? Could be. Well, maybe don't clear it. We'll keep it over here for the time being. If we don't need it, we don't need it. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't really draw frogs that much, so I'm going to try to have to figure this part out a bit. Like, especially frogs with their freaking mouths open. They got references here to look at, though. So maybe this can help? Mayhaps. This might be too close, so I could probably bring it like up here a bit. Think about maybe the frog will be more like this. It's just like its backside. Not like that entirely. I should tell, because you can't see it because my face cam's in the way. I should tell you the name of the drawing. The name of today's drawing is Frog Got Your Tongue. I don't know why. I don't know why it was like that. I was trying to find some clever, witty names for, like, animal drawings and stuff like that, because unlike most of the other stuff, the animals drawings, they don't necessarily have, like, a story to tell. To an extent. Let's see. We might still need this, but I have to do it in a specific way. There we go. And we did need it. Look at that. Awesome. Okay, glad I didn't actually delete it. But, yeah. It's a pretty... well, how could a frog catch your tongue, you may ask? Well, if you don't know, if you don't have any clue as to what's going on, then good. Don't try to guess. Just let it happen. I'm not going to give you any more hints than that. But what can we talk about? I wonder. Ooh, I could talk about this one drawing that's been doing really good lately. It's a drawing you guys haven't seen, but I have drawn it during the art time stuff. It's a mature drawing, and it has something to do with, Ragdoll. That cat girl alongside Mandalay and Pixie Bob. That drawing's apparently doing really well, like surprisingly well. Not really good in terms of views, but in terms of what's the word I'm looking for? In terms of favorites, it's off the charts. Although Daphne still takes the most favorites. Ooh, hey, 2 new notifications. Thanks MXTHFX for adding Lieutenant Liam to your favorites, and Tam Deep for adding Blonde Naval Plate to your favorites. Quite an old drawing, too. Don't remember how long ago that one was. With Ann and Holly. You remember Ann and Holly, right? Well, okay, maybe nobody on YouTube remembers it because I don't think I drew them yet on YouTube. Anyways, before I get distracted, what was I thinking about? Yes, right. I don't even have to hashtag Luna. Because all of the stuff with Luna's here. The Luna Save Ragdoll drawing, and what's this? Interesting. See the raccoon profile pic. I'll leave that there for the time being. This drawing has 376 favorites, which is quite a lot of favorites, and only 27k views. It's a decent amount right there, isn't it? Pretty decent amount for someone on my particular level. Not really the best, but it's good for me. You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm not trying to go for anatomically correct. I'm just trying to get it as close as possible to looking like a frog. As much as I probably should go for anatomically correct. It's just easier on my brain if I don't have to try to utilize something that I don't use as much, which is animal anatomy. Alright, let me see. We can at least still try to get your digits correct. Which is strange, most animals' hands. We see our hands as normal, but the hands of other animals look strange for some reason. It doesn't look strange to them, obviously, because they've had that for the entirety of their lives. But to us, it looks strange. Oh, I'd imagine some cat would see my cat's paws as strange because she has 2 thumbs, right, Cadillac? Ride-a-light. Yeah, I'm sure you agree, even though you haven't seen a single cat. I wonder if you even realize there are other cats out there. Do you? Do you realize there are other cats out there? Do indoor cats realize that there are more than themselves out there of their own kind? I'm sure they do. I'm sure they have some idea. You just have your back to me and have your head close to the wall, I'm sure you know. I'm sure you can even smell some of them, too. Depends, you know what I mean, cat. Alright, let's see. It's about right. I guess I could probably try to do this a bit right here, like so. So this frog over here is trying to grab its meal. A fly is just flying around, doing fly-related things, looking fly while flying around. And, I don't know if I want to give away what the else is happening here. You'll just have to wait and see, and when we get to the part where we go on ahead and do the outline, which should be soon enough, I think. Should be soon enough. It's kind of looking like Froggy almost. Let's see. According to the anatomy of this frog here, your legs go a little bit here with your ass here. Yeah, that frog has a strange looking leg right there, I tell you what. It's like there's the thick part, and then there's the other part, and then it comes to this part over here. Maybe the frog is just getting up and then is doing that or something. Let's see. Yeah, that's 3. But this one's a bit, like, thinner, so probably around, like, right here. Ooh. I've had a thought about a pretty interesting crossover drawing that I would like to do at some point, but it's going to be a while before I can even do any of that. And it's also going to be a lot of characters that I'd have to draw too. Jesus Christ. I was thinking about a crossover drawing between One Piece and Fena Pirate Princess. This new anime that was not really new, but it's definitely newer than One Piece, that's for certain. I feel like it'd be an interesting crossover, the group of the entire group of those 2 shows getting together on the Sunny with the submarine that they're in the back. And then they're just at the dinner table in the middle of is it the Sunny now? I don't remember what the name of the new ship is. I think the new ship might be the Sunny. It's been a while. Well, it's not been a while. It's on right now. I just don't remember what the frickin' ship's name is now. It might be the Sunny. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Jesus. I might be thinking about the old ship. Yeah, that one. What's the new ship's name again? Or is that the new ship? No way, I don't remember. It's been too long and I can't remember. They had something else on the ship. Or the Thousand Sunny. Wait, what? Huh? Wait, hold on. That one looks like the new one. The other one had a ram. This one had a lion. Okay, I remember. I forgot what the other ship was called, though. Was it really called the Thousand Sunny? No idea. No clue whatsoever. Don't matter. That drawing won't be for ages now. I don't know how long. All I know is it's going to be a giant-ass... You know how many characters are in both of those series? Main characters, if I'm remembering correctly. There is 9 in the One Piece crew. Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Nami, Robin, Usopp, Chopper, Frankie, and Brook. I don't think I'm forgetting any of them. Riddle me not. Oh, good luck trying to ask me to remember the friggin' Fena's crew. I remember Yukimaru, Karin especially, her and Fena, both attractive, definitely like Karin, for obvious reasons. No clue how old they are. It's TBA. All of the characters' ages, at least I think, are TBA. I have to imagine that Fena has got to be 18 at this point, right? Because otherwise it'd be strange for her to get married off to some creep or whatever that was. I don't think that was marriage. Was it the first episode? It's been a while. Alright, there's the frog. I'm going to do some texture stuff. But yeah, it's basically, I know the twins, who Karin sometimes calls insects. I think she might refer to them as monkey. Purple-haired guy, commander guy, the brown-haired guy with the ponytail. He doesn't have the bangs, obviously. I just had the ponytail to show off. At least I think I can remember. Then there's big guy. Yeah, the big guy, the one who made the bows for the long-haired guys. If you were to try to compare him to Sanji to an extent, he's the lady man while Sanji's the simp. I mean, technically speaking, yes, he is the simp, right? Is that? Am I even remembering that correctly? Hold on. Is Sanji a simp? Yep. Man puts himself in a subservient submission position under women in hopes of winning them over, and that's what he does. That's what he does all the time. He's the simp that all simps aspire to be, apparently. To this guy, is the one guy saying he's not a simp. He's the simp that all simps aspire to be. Drinkage. Also, I gotta make sure that ants don't steal my soda. well, realistically speaking, does Sanji ever get a win? Scratch that, we're on the Fisherman Island arc. Of course he got at least one win. Or a couple wins, actually. Oh, wits. Yes, that's basically all the characters I remember. Fena, Karin, Yukimaru, the twins, the guy who made the bow, the guy who uses the bow, and then the commander guy with the brown ponytail who cooks. I feel like there's a few good, like, funny moments to draw in that, you know, maybe be hilarious. Also be kind of adorable for a few of the drawing scenarios, if you can think of one. I can think of one. But do I want to spoil what it is? Nah, you'll just have to guess. I'm sure you already know what it is, though. I'm imagining it right now, off the top of my head. Of course, spoilers, of course, for the end of Fena Pirate Princess. You didn't. This is the spoiler part. The spoiler. I imagine there's those spoiler words here, or it would be in this direction. Whatever. It would have to be Fena when she loses her white hair and amnesia. Any who's in which, yes, that's essentially what it's going to be. All right, so I'm going to draw the fly. It's going to be a simple fly. Let me adjust that a bit. It's a simple fly, really. We're not going to go out of our way to draw a very complex fly. This is the fly we're drawing. There's the fly that frog was trying to consume. And now for some cake. Yeah, that's right, some cake. Hold on. But yes, I feel like that'd be a nice drawing. Mommy was wondering, like, how the hell you would have those characters kind of, like, match up. Like, if they were to do, like, a sparring match with, the One Piece crew, the Luffy's crew, did they have a crew name, or did they just refer to them as Luffy's crew? I don't remember. Me don't remember. But I've always wondered how they would, like, match up in a sparring match. Like, not a death battle, like that nonsense. No, a sparring match, you know? Where the crew would have to, like, not use their powers to see where they stay. I mean, obviously the crew from Fena Pirate Princess is, I just call the show Fena instead of having to go through, what do you call it? Obviously the crew from Fena is capable of falling. They have figured out a way to hack life and they don't take fall damage. So they clearly have some inhumane ability by being able to fall from great heights and not take any damage whatsoever. Or at the very least, they negate the damage enough to where it's not going to hinder them or give them any lifelong problems or stuff like that. Either way, they do have some significant power, but not like, not like devil fruit powers or being able to utilize 3 frickin' swords at once. God dang, freaking Yukimaru can beat a 3-sword man who literally cuts down a gigantuous iceberg, I think. I think it was an iceberg. It was either an iceberg or it was a sea king, I don't remember. It was probably both. It was like long. This part was actually long ago when One Piece was airing on Toonami. Now this is looking like a pie instead of a cake. No, I'm gonna go with pie style. Not pie style, cake style. The rim of the cake right there. It's not gonna be pie-like. It's gonna be, there's the frosting. There's the frosting right here. Yes, of course, the frostus. But who else would, like, there's no way you can have, like, an actual even matchup. If you would have them to have any sort of chance, Luffy would, of course, have to be taken out of the equation. Because I don't think anybody on a team would be able to beat Luffy with his rubber stuff. Physical attacks won't be able to actually do any good to him. So they would be shite out of luck. And let me look it up here. Is Luffy immune to bullets and swords? Oh, swords affect him, apparently. But bullets apparently don't. Not immune to swords, spears, anything sharp. Won't take damage. Yeah, because rubber, he's not going to take like a crap ton of damage. Well, regardless, he's like the main character. You don't have side characters or characters who don't have superpowers match up against Goku, would you? Oh, we wouldn't even have them match up against Vegeta, but we have here with Zoro and Sanji in this department. Well, at the very least, Zoro and Sanji sometimes get moments to shine, unlike Vegeta, who might get some moments to shine, but then it's just brought back down so Goku can shine, and then yada yada yada. It's just a terrible, terrible cycle. Or at the very least, it seems like One Piece has characters have their moments. Like, even like in the, what do you call it, like, I guess it depends on like the scene and the setting at hand. I'm not really gonna go about it too much. It's been so long I can't remember. Alright, so here we go. What's this? A line! Because I haven't freaking drawn it yet. But, what is this line here, you may ask? Interesting. Yeah, me wonder what this line is. Yeah. I'm trying to be mysterious about it, but I keep forgetting the thumbnail is showing you what the frick the drawing is. Play along, folks, play along. I wonder what this tongue is for, or where it's coming from. There's no way the thumbnail is giving away the surprise. No, why would it? Why would the thumbnail do me dirty? You know, I don't see why it would do me dirty. Why would it? It'd be a pretty dick move if it did me dirty, you know, doing this thing, which I don't very much care for it doing me dirty. No, of course not. Why would it? Freaking Christ. If you haven't figured it out yet, thumbnails. The thumbnail ruined the surprise. Thanks a lot, thumbnail. Sure, I could probably crop it, but that's not really a good thumbnail now, isn't it? No, it isn't. Ugh. Biff. There's a few things I could adjust here regardless. Like, I'll still keep eyes, of course. Well, now as you see the nose drawn. I guess the pansy. Yeah, I guess just sort of look here or something. Not like sad, but more like flabbergasted. Flabbergasted. The gast of flabs. The words of which I'm trying. Is it worth keeping the secret now? The thumbnail's already giving the secret away. The only reason this ain't a fan art related drawing is because the character in question here, who you all already know who it is because the thumbnail, unless you didn't see the thumbnail. Maybe you didn't see it. That way we can keep the secret. Even though I already gave it away to him, we can still keep the secret. Nobody knows who this is right now. It could be anybody. It could be any fan art related character. Surely you are not that wise enough to realize what this could potentially be, right? Yes, of course. How would you notice? How would you have known? You've all fallen for my trap. There's no way you could have known. Anywho's in wits, let's go on ahead and draw. What's this? Oh, I have no clue what this is, and this is probably in the wrong spot too, but it's fine because we don't know what this is. What is this? This line here. What is this? What's this line all about? Yeah. Don't you dare look back at the thumbnail now, you hear? You look back at that thumbnail, I swear to God, I'll be pissed. I'll be ultra pissed. And hopefully this is only one part, so you don't see the if there is a second part, then you won't see the thumbnail. If there is a second part, contingency plan, because I don't know. You better not look at that thumbnail either. Assuming that there is a second part, and the part out of which shows a thumbnail with the number 2 on it. I've been debating whether or not I should have art time videos with a certain logo on it, like I have with Minecraft ROTC Edition and Sonic Adventures 2 Battle. I should, shouldn't I? We've got like almost 100 drawings in this particular folder. I should, technically, go on ahead and do that. Alright, I'm gonna bring this out a bit more. Well, technically speaking, you're in like a certain direction. You be on in a certain direction. I don't know why the hell I'm trying to match that. I should just go for my own look here. I should just go for my own look here. My own look. Anywho's in wits. You don't know who this is yet, do you? Don't worry, you can take your time. We got all the time in the world to play guessing games over here. Yes, go on ahead, play the guessing game. Do the thing known as the guessing game, that's right. Ye who have not been attentive and wasn't looking at the picture, the thumbnail. Yes, the thumbnail. Alright. I left the insect's corpse next to my soda can so that any future insects that see this and are like, food, they'd be like, corpse, and then run away, and then my soda is safe. That's not what I wanted. I don't even know if you noticed that, if you saw that. Oh, the dogs are going berserk. Waking up the fam. Why are they going berserk, you may ask? Who knows? Maybe they hear someone outside or something, I don't know. Could be. Could be. Could be hearing someone outside, not in our yard, and in someone else's yard. Minding their own business, doing their thing, and then dogs hear it and are like, intruder alert, despite the fact that they're nowhere near the house. I don't understand these dogs. Why do they think that the area surrounding our house is our yard? They only have been in the yard and inside the house, and occasionally on rides. Melody, don't think too smart, man. I'm talking about thing. Yeah, guys. I just remembered a very funny song parody with Hush's bags. Stupid dog, making me look bad. Just the song we constantly hear on the radio. And then my brain went to that, and now it's that for some reason. In my head, on occasions. I can't do Hughes's voice right now. I don't think I am ever able to do that. But if any of y'all's, can do Hughes's bag voice or is good enough to parse certain things together to make it sound like Hughes is talking and doing the parody of the song, then go on ahead. Let's see. I guess it depends, because I'm trying to figure out the angle here. the angle, maybe the frog is too high up and the frog needs to be down, and I go, whoops, and I got to adjust it a bit. And the frog's tongue managed to get caught on this mysterious object. Ooh, that's apparently a tongue because the title says frog caught your tongue. Ooh, it's not mysterious actually. Now this frog just wanted to get a fly for dinner, and this mysterious tongue just wanted to consume some cake. Yeah, I didn't bring this. No, keep it up. Keep it up. Just move this over. Or we could just do this or something. That probably would have been better. I guess it doesn't matter because it's where it needs to be. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Okay, enough gnome. We're going to go on ahead and get him out there. I'm sure as soon as I draw this, y'all's going to figure out real quick who this is. What you making that noise for, cat? No clue how long this is going to take. I guess what I should do is, before I draw this mysterious character that you surely don't know because you didn't look at the thumbnail, I'll go ahead and draw a table. Go ahead, draw a table. Man down, talk about man, draw the table, man. Talk about some thing old the table. Where hold on. Cafeteria. It's circle. It's rectangle. I don't care. I want to act like it's in a different area. It's a circle. It's a circle table. Cause why the hell not? It's not going to be serving cake in this area, anyways. So circle table. Yeah. Circle table. Of course. Yes, of course. Yeah. Yes, of course. Circle table. Okay. Cool. Great. Fantastic. Why the hell is that over there? Who knows? Maybe there's another plate over here. Yes, of course. And you don't want to get up? So you did Go Gadget Extendo Tongue. Yes, right, we're drawing Go Gadget. That's what we're drawing. Of course. How did you know? How did you, the one who didn't look at the thumbnail, and those who clearly looked at the thumbnail and are like, this doesn't seem right, how did you guys know that we were drawing Go Gadget? As I'm looking at all the reference photos of Go Gadget. In which, before I choke on my tonsil stones, what is this look? This is a weird tie that Go Gadget has. Wait, no, class outfit. Fur. That's not class. That's not class at all. That is not what I'm looking for at all. Alright, casual outfit then. What the hell, bro? This is not what I'm looking for. Alright, I'll just try to figure out what actually, wait, I got a better idea. Okay, that's what that looks like. I think. Okay, yeah, that's easier. That's easier to... Well, no, not that one in particular. So that's what that looks like. Got it. Right then. Got it. You know... One thing I don't know where else to take this joke. We figured out where it's supposed to be. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. We figured out what it is. We figured out what this looks like. Well, we know what it is. We already knew what it was. It's Go Gadget necktie. Go Gadget, your neck is now strangled. Go, Gadget, Neck Strangler. Anyways, yeah. I'm gonna take a drink. There we go. Oh, yeah. Old-fashioned orange soda. Right, so, yeah. And if y'all's like frogs, yeah, frogs. Yes, you think frogs are like one of your favorite animals, right? Is it? Oh, llamas. You say llamas is your favorite animals, right? Okay, I see how it is. I can't do his voice right now. I gotta get to like a more deeper tone. Oh, yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah, almost quite. Not quite there. Anyways, you like jazz? I don't. I'm not particularly too fond of jazz. I can take it every now and again, but like most musics, yeah, most musics. Jazz, I could take it or leave it, don't matter. Good jazz is good jazz, but you like all types of music, I guess. Not particularly fond of one. I mean, I guess I don't really like most rap music. If it's like certain songs with sang by women, then yeah, it's usually good. Most guys don't really care for though. I don't know what that is. I mean, it's mostly just for rap music. Metal music, yeah, we'll go ahead and listen to most. Some metal guys go ahead and do that. Maybe not all screamo, just like if it's like actual good metal music that's not all about just screaming and stuff like that. Metalocalypse is a pretty good one. But, yeah, that's, man, I was able to get like a pretty good Nathan when I was younger. I mean, younger. I guess that's just, right now I'm at a certain tone of voice where I'm not able to do it. Yes, gonna bring my voice down a bit. Tone shift. That's brutal. That's not quite. Still too high pitched. Still too up. And we could probably get like a good Swiss guard in here. Like it's like a certain. I think I had it before in like earlier in the episode, but I think was that. I don't remember. What did I say before? Non-existent editors. Go back to the time where I did the voice. Yes. I don't actually remember what it is, so I can't actually make a joke about it. Yeah, anyways, I don't know what else to talk about. I'm kind of just like flying by the seat of my pants. I'm flying by the seats of my pants. Yes, almost quite, not quite, but talk about the seeds of my pants. Nah, that's not it either. It's been a while since I've seen that show. I don't even think it's on Adult Swim anymore. I don't really look at it. I know Futurama's back on Adult Swim, which is pretty interesting to say the least. If only I had time to watch it. But I don't, because I have other things that I gotta watch on YouTube that's new. And also, I wonder if... Nah, I'm not gonna look it up right now. No, I'm not gonna look it up right now. Nah, I can't really do the voices. There's some voices I can do, but some of them right now I can't do. So we're just gonna have to work with it, deal with it. If you guys haven't figured it out yet, I guess I'll give you a hint, despite the fact that the thumbnail spoiled it before the y'alls that didn't see the thumbnail. Okay, well, here's your hint. There's your hint. Okay, that's your only hint. Very helpful hint. Alright, awesome. But, yeah, we're drawing this. You already know that's a fan art related characters, but I'm not gonna hint any more than that. Why would I? What reasons would I have to give away more hints than I need to? Who do you think I am, the hint factory? Fool! You fool! Oh God! Okay, that was about to drag it and drop an image apparently somewhere on the Google Images store, not store. God, imagine having to pay to look at images on Google Images. Like every single image you gotta like pay 99 cents. Which is not a lot, but the fact that you have to pay money just to be able to... yeah, it probably wouldn't be 99 cents. But the fact that you'd have to pay money in general just to be able to look at an image is quite, terrible. Just think, that could have been a future, potentially, maybe, might-haps. I have no clue. Would it have been a future? No idea. No idea whatsoever, but it could have been a future in some timeline or something. It could have been a terrible, terrible future in the timeline. Time travelers. Moves a chair by an inch. The future. You have to pay 99 cents each image if you want to see an image. You want to get any references, you have to pay Google money to see all the reference images. You don't even know what you're getting either. You go on ahead, click on the image, you're like, okay, well, I hope this is the one I'm looking for. You press pay, and oh no, this is not the image you're looking for. This is a completely wrong image. That's 99 cents down the drain. And that's only like the worst case scenario. What if it's $5? What if it's the price of how big the image is? And all images, for some reason, are absurdly high. So now you have to spend like, not 100, but like $10 an image just to be able to see what image you're looking at. Could you imagine? Just a sheer and utter chaos. At that point, I think people would probably just abandon... Well, okay, well, let's see. If that was like the norm, would people abandon it? Would people just get over it? You wouldn't be able to see images anymore. It would all just be a heaping mess of having to frickin' pay a whole bunch of money just to be able to see a whole bunch of images. I mean, that's even worse than NFTs, because you have to pay to see the image and actually have any ability to actually look at it. You can't even copy just or screenshot or anything like that. It's a blurry mess. It's the worst case scenario. And all you're doing is paying a corporate for it. Or, I guess there was some rich dude. Would we also get, like, royalties from those? Would we get a cut? Or would Google just take all of it? I mean, I can understand if it's, like, an exclusive image. Like, okay, from Patreon, for instance. Good example. I'm making, like, a whole bunch of free art a week. Technically speaking, actually, I will use May as an example. Let's see here. If I hadn't drawn 3 drawings in the first and second week, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 free drawings. Aren't even art. But my Patreon, I do 2 hardcore mature drawings that you have to pay to see. $10. You get something free, and then there's something you gotta pay money for, but you're paying the support. You're supporting the creator so that they can create more. That's what I think Patreon is right now, even though all I've got right there in that department is a whole bunch of mature drawings, but it makes sense. Sex sells. Which kind of is, you know, the usual, but they haven't really, like... We haven't got, like, a huge internet following for Patreon to start paying off. Which kind of sucks. There's not much I can really do about it right now. I don't really interact or, like, acquire drama. I just create worlds and try to avoid nonsense the world has to offer. The real-life world has to offer. Why would I bother? The world sucks. Why don't I just make my own worlds? And that's what I've been doing. Because who the hell would want to live in such a miserable place such as this? Where there's literally everything's against you and everyone wants to fight you because they're ideals or something like that. I don't know. I don't care. Does it look like I care enough? I couldn't care less about people's ideals. If morality is thrown out the window, then does it really matter? No, it does not. Why should I care anymore? So I'll just avoid that stuff and just stay lost within my worlds. As well as help improve upon other worlds by giving them the good ending. With Luna, of course. Well, we did have one with Nezuko in a certain crossover drawing. That is a spoilers for those who didn't watch the first part of the final season of Attack on Titan. Go look it up. Or I can show you it again, because why not? Whoops. But where was it? Was it 45? It's been so long since I've done this that I barely remember. P. The drawing starts with the letter P. Spoilers for Attack on Titan, the final season, the beginning part. Boom! The good universe, the good ending. Even though Nezuko does get hurt, but she does heal up. A little cinnamon roll protecting other cinnamon roll or potato roll. Yeah, I like that. I like that world better. Screw the original world. Screw the original timeline. Why would we want to go in a timeline where best girl gets written off? 9. We also got one with Luna, but that's a mature one, and we ain't gonna show that on here because YouTube and all that stuff. So, yes, awesome. We make good universes here. And sometimes bad ones, because of Reginald Mockbury cases and all of the people in those universes getting murderized by demonic beings and stuff like that. You know, those things out of which are, deadly. You know, those things right there. Good example of one of them, if I can even remember where the hell that one was. This one had to have been like, what, 25? I don't remember. It's been so long, I don't remember. It's H. It's H. It could have been further ahead, actually. I feel like it would be further ahead. Wait, why does it feel like it'd be here? Hold on, did I pass it? No, I couldn't have passed it. I'm looking at H. I'm seeing H, and I'm not seeing the thing here. There's the Night Stalker, but that's not the one I wanted to show you. H, the thing that I dreamt about in a Left 4 Dead game kind of thing, even though I don't think I was playing Left 4 Dead at the time. Where the hell is it? Where is it? Oh my god, what folder are you in? H? No, it's not here either. It's a 33? H. No, it's not here either. What? There's no way it's this high up. Here it is. The world that got completely destroyed by this monster. This thing. We dreamed about this thing apparently, and it consumed zombies and then the Left 4 Dead 2 crew, and then it consumed other things. Yeah. It was a weird dream. It wasn't even that scary. It was like, what the fuck? What the hell am I looking at? What is this thing? Why is this thing? I was more so annoyed than anything because it literally just... okay, well, if I remember correctly, we were on, like, what, the second level of the carnival level thing? Or that the first... No, that was the second level. Because you go through the highway area first and you get into the carnival, and that's where it was. So there really wasn't too much investment in that world. But still, it was annoying. Less horrifying and more... what the fuck, why, and I'm pissed now. Or even not pissed, I'm just confused. And then we woke up. Maybe we didn't get to the part where we got pissed. Maybe we just woke up and was like, huh, okay, interesting. Yes, right. Oh yeah, there's also It's Paul time. Oh man, I don't feel like trying to look for that one. I don't even remember where the hell that was. Why am I trying to look for it this way? Hold on. Dumbass. Duke-ass. Go to JPEGs. Paul. Where the hell are you? You're in 22. Okay, got it. Another thing I dreamt. It was a weird dream. It's Paul time. This thing came up, jabbed a needle in a bunch of people, and then we all fell, and then he blacked out. And I think what it did was just take all of our bloods in a millisecond, put it inside of its body, and that was it. We were all dead, which was terrible. Head. Alright, now we're going to color in the frog. Thankfully, the background's not going to be too complex. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot going on in the background. I think the frog is just going to replicate the colors to an extent. Not like you guys know. Surely you don't know by now, right? Yes? You don't see the color, so how could you know? Yeah, you wouldn't know. You don't see the colors at all, of course. So, obviously, you guys are still in the dark, the ones who have not the thumbnail, or those who aren't familiar with the character. Maybe you don't know what his character is that I drew right there and then, and didn't really reference it too much, because at that point the joke was dead, but it's still going on. Still going on, yeah, okay. So, here is the coloring process. I'm sure you will start to understand who I am drawing soon enough, maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe you will forever be lost in the darkness, not understanding of what the hell I'm talking about, and who the hell I'm drawing. Man, you guys should have looked at the thumbnail. You would have won. You would have succeeded, but now you're just sitting there waiting for me to color it in to try to figure out who the hell that I am coloring in. Of course you are. What else do you have to do? I mean, I guess you're just here to see me draw, or here to see me go into a fit of zoobity random nonsense go kind of scenario. Surely. And even though the eyes aren't like this, there's a reason why the eyes are like this. That made no sense at all, but bear with me here, folks. Yes, of course. I'll let it simmer a bit, you know? We'll never get anywhere if we just keep playing the guessing game. We'll just let it simmer a bit. Yeah, why not? We'll let it simmer a bit. Surely you guys will know who I'm drawing by now, outside the frog, of course. Surely. Surely you know. Surely you understandeth what I've gotteth going oneth. And if this placeth if oh no, the mic's takes into the okay, that was actually hilarious. First of all, I can't do Mike Tyson's voice, so we're gonna just have to go with off-brand, weird branded Mike Tyson, who's extremely weird and not cool like original Mike Tyson. He's like the Mike. He's knockoff Mike Tyson. I don't know. I don't understand what I'm doing anymore. I'm lost. I've become insane so far. So early into the video. We're only like almost an hour in, and we've already lost half of our sanity points. How did this happen? I have no clue. But I guess it doesn't matter. Nah, not quite. It don't quite matter too much now, don't it? No, then, don't it? I don't know if I want to save this frog. Am I going to draw this frog again? Animals, OC, frog. Frog, just a frog. Trying to, cover up the hints before us all. Okay, here we go. Right. Mouth. This thing. The tongue, of course. The other part of tongue. The one that's going out. I wonder how that would work. That would all be slippery, right? Aren't frogs' tongues sticky or something? Okay. Go back, reverse. Are frog tongues sticky? Frog tongues being sticky on time is not the case. Tracks the insect. Oh, so then, oh god, poor character. You guys don't know. It's too late. The damage is done. Poor characters that you guys who didn't see the thumbnail have no clue who is, in fact, indeed, the character who is in this scenario, that of which you see before you, of course. Here's the coloring part of the character. Surely you'll understand who this character is. I don't know why I keep looking downwards when I'm supposed to be looking in this direction. Wait a minute. Why is that green? Was that always green? That was always green, apparently. Shut up! Out of my face, you stupid freaking McAfee. I don't give a damn. I only have Dog Dimmadome security system and Pro and Steinman that there's some other. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Reverse. I don't need that here. That needs to be on layer 1A. Surely you guys know who this is now, right? And for those who don't, I'm sorry. I guess we're just gonna have to keep trying then, huh? I probably should also do the same thing here with this in this department right here. Right here. Right. What's all this then? Don't want that go above everything else. Wait a minute. I could just have the tongue here be okay. Hold on. There's a better way to do this. I'll just have your tongue be above the Froop's frog tongue. There we go. 2A, I guess. Oh, my neck. Partially wondering if I should add this in. Although it is somewhat adorable if we were to add this in. It's like the frog just wanted its meal. You interrupt the frog's meal and now you got this. Although it probably wouldn't. No, you probably would also have the same thing. No, would that? I am not sure, and I feel uncomfortable about talking about the subject because, surely you guys who don't know who I'm drawing probably have no idea who it is because we haven't said anything about age yet, right? So we'll go ahead and say that we're not going to say that. Who knows? We don't know who this is. Surely the thing that of which we are talking about is still a mystery to you who is uncertain of the thumbnail at this point. And I mean, surely you already know who I'm drawing anyways, but maybe you don't. Maybe you're just that clueless. Probably. I don't know who you are. You might be the most clueless person in the world. Potentially. Mayhaps. Maybes. Well, I guess it don't matter too much right now. You just give that head of yours a good rest right here, man. You talk about some dang old, got yourself a whole bunch of stuff to think about on your mind right here. You don't need to be trying to figure out who I'm drawing. Why would you? Why would you waste your time? You can go on ahead and do other things. Oh yeah, that's right. I have to grab this because I don't have the color here. I got the other outfit. The outfit that apparently this character has two of. Surely you understand who I'm drawing now, right? Surely. Okay, seriously, do you know who I'm drawing? Do you seriously know who I'm drawing? Because your friends and I have been talking. Don't ask how we've been talking, but we're kind of worried about your ability to recognize something. Surely you know who this character is. Even if you don't know where they're from, surely you do, right? Right? Surely you do. I'm trying to look at the camera and do this at the same time. Not easy, but I'm trying to. Trying to get presence of mind looking at you. Whoops. But no, seriously, you gotta know who I'm drawing at this point. I'm not gonna say it if you don't know, but surely you do. And then I'll trust you guys know who it is. But for those who don't know, you know who you are, we'll just go ahead and keep on making it a secret. Yes, why not? Because you guys over there in the bleachers, you kind of deserve a chance to try to figure it out. I forgot about this portion. I shouldn't just give away the secret, the surprise. Yeah, maybe there's some of you out here who see the thumbnail and like, I don't know who he's drawing. I don't understand who this is at all. Am I supposed to know who this is? Maybe you don't need to know who this is. Maybe that's the fun of it. Maybe it's just better to be lost in the darkness, taking wild guests. Guests, not guests. Yes, taking wild guests too, because, you know, wild guests can be fun. Or they can stab you in the nuts. I don't know. There could be a multitude of things out of which the wild guests can do. But wild guesses, now that's where we need to go to take a wild guess and try to figure out who it is that I'm drawing. At this point, I'm sure you have some hint, but you're probably not too sure yet. You're probably like, nah, no way. There's more to it than that. Surely I'm missing something very important here. I'll just go on ahead and keep on taking wild guesses, and maybe one day I'll figure out who the hell this character is. You go in your room with all the red string and stuff. You will figure it out someday. Not together, because I still have to draw the character. I am the drawer here. You are the one who is investigating. I am the one who sketched out the character you're seeking. You are the one who has to guess. And surely you have some inclination as to who I'm drawing. Surely, right? Maybe you can see it in my eyes, right here, looking down. Maybe you can see it. Oh, that feels weird. I can't do that because that feels weird. Even though it's perfectly normal, it still feels weird. I don't like eye stuff. Yeah, no eye stuff. I've been talking about no eye stuff, man. I'll talk about it when I don't want to be getting my eye poked out, man. Oh, God, man, my eye now be watering, man. Talk about some goddamn, before I talk about some, I almost sound like Boomhell there for a second, man. I'll talk about some, god dang. Yeah, anyways, before we go full on King of the Hill, and before my eyes start to tear from the motion I did with the opening of the eye, we're almost done coloring this mystery character in. Hopefully you guys have figured out who it is I am drawing. I am going to quiz you on this character. Maybe. Possibly. You won't know it. It's a secret. Yes, it's a secret. The character that I am drawing, there will be a quiz on, and some point in the future. A later date. Whoops, in time. Everything still good? Yep, everything's still good. Yes, of course. Okay, now for the table. Table? Which is a few easy things here. Well, okay, hold on a second. There's still some things I can draw in this department. Wait a minute, I almost forgot. Hair 1B. Yeah. Okay, guys, you have to know who this is by now. You must know. I feel like I have to start blasting people who don't know. Do I have, Surely you know who it is I am drawing, right? Surely you know, right? Surely? This is a PS4 gun, don't worry. It shoots electric bullets. It's a Borderlands exclusive gun you get in real life. Hair! How dare you use my own hair against me? Christ, the con of having long hair. Until there's hair there, it's just like this. Oh God, the cat woke me up. I woken up the cat. Well, wonderful. Great, fantastic. You made me choke on my hair and I filled you with bullets. We're even. And I did with, well... Christ, I'm gonna have to get orange soda. Pause, I'm getting orange. May the power of orange soda compel you. Alright, okay. So, truce. Surely, we have a truce now. But no, seriously, back to the topic at hand. Do you really not know what I'm talking about? Let's just focus on jam drawing before I consume more hair. It's still there. Not really there. The feeling is there. Alright, anywho's and whence. Right, so, I forgot some stuff. On the thing, yes, the thing. Will be wired tonight with 2 orange sodas consumed. I don't really got anything else I can drink that's reasonable enough. Water by itself is terrible. Tap water, especially. Oh, purified still. It doesn't matter. What? I just don't like the taste of water. Unless I am really thirsty. Ugh. I wish you would stay straight. At the very least, stop being all misfrizzled. I don't know. Yep, I don't know. The best that I can do. I'm gonna need another drink. Okay. Alright, so. Right now, wait a minute, why have I done that? You can barely even see that. Let me put that where it needs to be. I don't even know why I have this set up like this. Yeah, why do I have that set up like that? Let's just combine that. And then there's the shirt. The undershirt. And then there's the hand. I got a burp, but it's not coming out. And it's not coming out. The burp is refusing to eject. Damn. Wait. Does that help? I can't tell. The sensation of hair still feels like it's there. Why is that? Okay, well, I got the cat over here now. The cat has been awoken thanks to you. You who do not understand who I am drawing. How do you not know who I am drawing yet? I feel like we have to go through some intervention. You have been taking some serious pills. And these pills are making you forget. They're making you forget. But you mustn't forget. You must remember. Remember all that it was that you had to remember. For if you don't, son, you will not succeed in life, apparently. I don't know, some man told me that you would not succeed. Don't ask me who. I don't understand why they said it. All I know is that they said that to stop taking the pills. And you're still taking them. How dare you still take the pills? How dare you do Grandpappy bad? Why are you looking at cat? Yes, I know. I am manic. Not really manic. I mean, I don't really get the mood swings, but I'm going insane. I'm just trying to fill in the blank spaces of holes where there's very little conversational topics. Alright, I don't know if I'm going to be using this again. Let's just say it's just some scene somewhere. No, this one maybe. Some scene somewhere taken within a certain universe. If I were to say it, then the joke would be over, and then you would know who I'm talking about. This universe that of which we are drawing is, yeah, that's the thing. We've already gone too deep. We can't go any further. I got a headache. God damn it! My damn head hurts. Oh. Just trying to do dome, but now I'm reverting to Hank. I'll draw a fly over here. Fly looking rather fly. It's a simple cartoon fly, because why not? Let's just go for a simple cartoon fly. It gets the point across. I don't need to draw an actual fly. You know? Why the hell not? Alright, there's cake. What kind of cake? I highly doubt it. What kind of cake does... Okay, never mind. Nope, never mind. I couldn't find it. There's nothing here. Everything is gone. The questions I'm seeking for is gone. I'm gonna make a chocolate cake. Why not? I like chocolate cake. Man, they don't talk about being chocolate cake, man. Talk about some good, man. Take some whipped cream on top of that, man. I don't wait, man. You got more sweets in your system, bro. Yo. All good with milk, man. Talk about not the milkman, man. Just talk about the actual milkman and not the milk. God damn, man. Talk about the actual milk, man. Not the milkman. Milk. Yo. Man. What? Boom, Howard, what the fuck are you talking about? What's this about the milkman? Man, I'm not talking about milk, man. I'm talking about milk, man. Milk kind of man. God dang it, Bill Howard. I don't understand a single word you're saying. I should kick your ass for that. But no damn Hank, man. Listen, man, I'll say the milk man. Not milk man. Man, I'm talking about the damn. Yo, man. No damn, listen, man, where I say, man, I'm talking about the. Get my head, man. I'll talk about this. Kick some ass, man. Hank style, man. Boom, Howard, that was the most sense you've ever made throughout the entirety of your life. I now respect you. We're really bringing all the hits today, aren't we? Go, Gadget, Hank, Boom, Howard. Character we don't know about in this drawing. What the hell am I still doing that for? Anyways, let's shade in and texture. We might be able to get this done within one fell swoop. This was actually going down the more complex route than I thought. But then again, I'm enjoying myself till I just stop halfway through. So yeah, let's keep going, man. I'll talk about dangle round 2, man. God dangle, what else could, like, mailman? Nah, that's not good enough. Alright, Ben dangle dog over here, man, want to be the mailman, man, but the damn pink leg man can be the milkman, man. Dangle talk about something, dangle actual real problem here, man. You know, dangle, what's what I'm looking for? I'm looking for, man. Talk about the dangle Trump, It relates to criminal man. Talk about this thing will be friends a criminal man who didn't know about thing wants to be a girl man. Yo. I wonder, has King of the Hill touched up about that kind of stuff there, man? I'm talking about, why is there pizza food here, man? It's a pizza on a pill, man. Look at this cat bang of food on a pill, man. What are you doing? In the trash. Now down. Yo, man. Look at that, look, man. Down there, man. No, look at that, man. Look, man. No, poke your nose, man. Poke. Alright, now that we've exhausted that subject, I don't know. Yep. I'm at a loss. I could tell a weird story. This is going to take a while. How long have we been at this so far? Let me see. Let me open up the weird stories content. See if there's any stories I can tell that I want to tell. Do you want to talk about that story? Electric Zoo. Okay, we could do that. Alright, so you know that guy that Mr. Krabs calls on radio to try to get the song that goes bee boo boo bop, boo boo bop, something like that. Well, this guy is for some reason a part of this weird story. Don't ask me how. And it's a really weird story, so buckle in your seatbelts, teens and adults, because no kids are going to watch this or should watch this. First of all, why are you here, kid? Get the hell out of here, kid. This is a no-kid zone, kid. Go back to the YouTube kid. This isn't for you, kid. I'm going to say all the bad words, kid, if you don't get out of here, kid. Fuck, shit, cunt, bitch, whore. I would say the F word, the bad F word, but we're trying to be sensible about people in that department, and that's not really what we stand for regardless. Especially considering the fact that I draw a whole bunch of lesbian women doing a whole bunch of stuff. And also doing cute stuff, too. If y'all remember, well, what folder was that again? What folder? Wait, that had to have been before. Man, I'll pig in hell, man. Man, I'll Joe, man. But yeah, it's in the same folder. Girls doing things. Lesbian, really attracted to Short Moon. I mean, they're all short. They're all short girls. And look at this big guy over here. Man, look at that big, brawny man doing a nice cup of sweet tea. I don't know what the hell tea he's drinking. I forgot what tea they were drinking. She's drinking pink tea. She's drinking like caramel something. I think she's drinking the same thing with what do you call it, man? I don't think. Oops. No, don't save. I didn't mean to burn. But, yes, get out of here, kid. Back to the story at hand. So, I forgot where this voice came from. I think it came from the same episode. The guy who was doing the voice announcing Electric Zoo in that episode of SpongeBob. Turns out this is that guy, but for some reason he has this voice instead of the one that you hear him in the show. So, Electric Zoo is this computer head guy whose head is a computer, and he's wearing like a black suit with a black tie. He has no mouth. He speaks in Electric Zoo, which is just beep beep boo boo beep beep bop. Yeah, I'm not going to try to do the pitch. You know what I'm talking about. So then he goes on to this interview show. That guy who's on the radio thing, why is he doing interviews? Who the hell knows? And he's like, Electric Zoo, how are you? And nobody can really understand Electric Zoo except for, quote unquote, him. I mean, I guess he does understand him. He has to understand him. He learned Electric Zoo speak to be able to speak with him. It starts out like this with a series of normal questions. What's his name? We'll just call him, I don't know, the interviewer for now. The interviewer asks him questions. Electric Zoo is like, baby, baby, bop, baby, baby, bop. That's how he speaks. It's just that over and over again until the speaking line finishes. And then the interview guy goes on ahead and does the thing, the thing where he goes on ahead and translates what Electric Zoo is saying. He's the only one who understands him for some reason. Nobody else does. So after a few boring questions and boring answers, he decides to shake things up a bit. I got the script, or at least the thing right here. Electric Zoo, how often do you suck dick? And Electric Zoo looks like this. Is like he looks like trying, like body gestures. Looks like he's saying like no, something like this, like that. Goes back in chair. Does like all the gestures stuff. I can't remember the gestures. The speaking point, baby, boo, baby, boo. It's like that kind of conversation going on. And then after he's done making it look like he's denying it and saying he's denying that he's never done that before, he's like, wow, almost all the time. Wow. And Electric Zoo's screen gets like a little pink hue, starts going mad. Gets up from his chair, does this, and then does that also doing the BB boo boo BB bop thing. And then out of nowhere, a tranquilizer dart shoots itself inside of Electric Zoo's ass. He falls down onto the table that he got onto. Need I mind you, he was on the table. And then the interviewer guy's like, oh no, Electric Zoo, down. And after the screen goes black. Everything goes black. I'm also mid-toning this too much. I need to bring it back down on the mid-tone. The scene fades into a dark, dimly lit dark room. I'm trying to make this dark, but not too dark. And you just see Electric Zoo tied to a chair, a flimsy chair that he could easily get out of, but he's not able to for some reason. And then there's the interviewer guy, who will now call the thief guy? The fish guy? I don't know what to call him. And Electric Zoo wakes up, looks over to the guy. I'm going to get a drink of orange soda. I can get my hydration back up. I guess it makes sense. Give a can of orange soda. Probably amped up on sugar right now. So he comes in and he's like, Electric Zoo, how are you? I can't let you do something, or something. I can't remember what the reason was here, why he did that. Do you think I can improvise what he said? I think he was saying something about like taking over Electric Zoo's album thing, music career. And making him think that everyone's going to think he's dead. And then guys like, don't worry, I'll keep your legacy going. But I know just how much you love sucking dick. So he gets up onto the chair, like he was looking like that. Now this is where things start to take a very dark turn. And you don't see anything. Everything is implied here. You just you hear Electric Zoo doing the beep beep boo boo beep beep bop in high tone. As the guy gets close, his face makes this weird face, and then it transitions over to the interview thing, where he says, "Bad news, folks. Electric Zoo has come down with a severe case of STDs, I don't know. Some severe case of dying syndrome." I don't remember. He's trying to make up an excuse that Electric Zoo is dying. But don't worry. Electric Zoo has appointed me to take over his livelihood. And for some reason, the producers are going along with this. Nobody knows why. Nobody knows where the hell Electric Zoo is right now. He knows the only one who knows where he is the guy who's doing the thing. But they're all just for some reason trusting him, like he's like the Electric Zoo's best friend, despite the fact that this is their first time meeting. And also, don't forget, Electric Zoo is a little. His head is a literal TV screen. There is no holes. How in the hell did he manage to force a blowjob on him? How? This is where the weird story starts to kick off. Because now we go through the montage of this guy who is like, because now we got the song going down, Beep Boo Beep Bop. That's the song now, not like Electric Zoo speaking. Now we have the song going down. It's going by like normal. You got a whole bunch of montages, weird like animation things. You got albums of a guy who is doing the things out of which he's doing, which is like making that way call it. And then a remix come down where it's like baby boo 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 bop. This is where things get really weird because now we got some weird album covers of the guy who just took over Electric Zoo's album. He literally is this one album cover where he's like in the bed in like some girly pajamas over there in like a certain pose where you can see his legs dangling back and forth, head going back and forth. And then we see it cut over to a scene where Electric Zoo is getting the D. And the other part of the song that I should have finished was like beep boo beep bop, and then it's just like the third scene is baby boo boo baby bop. I don't remember. I've forgotten. My brain has forgotten where the hell the song went. I have to like think through the song when it was. But regardless, the point of the matter is, Electric Zoo is trapped in this man's basement. He somehow has managed to take over Electric Zoo's livelihood, and now Electric Zoo is forced to consume the D. But yes, as weird as it gets to a certain point where once a montage ends, Electric Zoo is close to death. And then, guys like, Electric Zoo, it's time. The world will miss you, but it's time for the last big suck or something. I don't know what else. I don't remember what he said. And then he did the last suck. Electric Zoo died. And then we cut over to the funeral scene, see a coffin, and a guy hanging over Electric Zoo's coffin. Electric Zoo's in a state where he's barely able to like do anything. He looks like he's dead. And guy's looking down at the coffin and he's just looking at it. Well, old friend, it's been a good run, hasn't it? But don't worry. I will make sure your name lives on for as long as I can. And you just look. Electric Zoo slightly moves his like rectangle screen head. And it's a really whispered, and it's like, oh, is that Electric Zoo? And the guy's just closes the coffin. Yes, that is. I think Electric Zoo is telling us from beyond the grave to live on your life and to listen to his music as much as you like, to never let his memory die in vain. And everybody does the like, hi, yes, of course, right? And then the funeral's done, and that's it. Or at least, that's what was it before the second part came into play. There was nothing like leading up to the second part, because I think when I was thinking about this, I was thinking about the guy just like spinning around, spiraling downwards, because like I think the reason why that was happening was because he got caught. So then I thought about that part, the part where he gets caught. And there's a person who knows what Electric Zoo is saying, who understands Electric Zoo's language, and who then goes on ahead, digs up Electric Zoo's grave, and see Electric Zoo just like, just bounce up, because obviously Electric Zoo, whoops, oh god, what was that? It just made a weird noise. I have no idea, I'm just gonna, crap over. It's fine. No, you idiot. That's the one I want. Because obviously Electric Zoo is a little computer head. He cannot die. He does not need oxygen. I mean, he can't die. His short circuit could potentially kill Electric Zoo. Well, you would think that all of that would kill Electric Zoo. You know what I'm talking about when I do the I don't need to explain to you what the hell it is that would most definitely short-circuit him. No reason for it not to short-circuit him, you know? I imagine that if you were to do that on your computer because you're a freaking messy dude. A messy whore, you are. Oh, yeah. You're a messy, horny whore bitch, huh? Aren't you? Going on like your computer and not like in like a paper towel on yourself, you know? You're just going to go on ahead and break that computer? Man, maybe you should be bonked. Maybe you're the one the bonk is for. Yeah, you don't think? You don't think, babe? Waste of money if you do that, because then the computer is no longer usable. But no, somehow Electric Zoo is still alive. The new interpreter is following Electric Zoo to try to help him win this case. He followed Electric Zoo. One thing is like, I know what he's been doing. He's been putting words in your mouth, and nobody knows your language. We're going to take this guy down. So then Electric Zoo bursts open the doors to the studio. And the guy's like, Electric Zoo, you're alive. That's wonderful. And all the studio guys are around because he has to still keep the act. And Electric Zoo is like spouting out his usual beep bop language. Everyone's like, Electric Zoo is so happy to see us. He's so happy, he's pointing it all at me, or so, I don't know, whatever the hell he's pointing at him, and it's like, the guy comes in and like, on the contrary, Mr. whatever the hell this guy's name is, you have been keeping Electric Zoo hostage, haven't you? And he's like, because he recognizes him somehow. Oh, so you've met him, huh? That's fine. That's fine. And Electric Zoo is just like, wait, what the hell? Oh, wait. We're inverse again. That's what the problem is. As a matter of fact, you've been putting words in his mouth, and you have been doing unspeakable things to him, to my client. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, your client? Electric Zoo worked for me, not you. No, you see, I'm the lawyer. Oh, shit. I don't think he actually says, oh, shit. He just has that, oh, shit face. He's like, well, Electric Zoo, I know what Electric Zoo has to say. I'm going to let some manny-panny lawyer try to put words in his mouth when I've known Electric Zoo for years, despite the fact that he doesn't. And Dingle goes through his trials and all that crap. This part's unimportant. He loses the trial, of course. Electric Zoo wins, gets probably everything back. And then the fish guy is just in jail now. It's like the song plays in the background still. And then old thing will talk about there's some big, strong jail men behind the fish guy, and then there's like a whole bunch of other scenes and montages while like what's his name spirals out of control because he's in a particular state. Not really a good state, may I add. He's in a real bad state. Constantly suffering the things that he did to Electric Zoo. And, that's where it ended. That's unfortunate. But that was where that ended. That's as far as I was able to remember in that particular department. It's as far as I could create at the moment. But yes, that's how it went. Telling it isn't really doing as much justice, as like having it like a video's showing you of it. It's unfortunate that I can't animate, and even if I could, it's probably not even going to look that good. Well, I did one animation, the 3D one that most of you probably saw on YouTube. Maybe, perhaps, I don't know. I'm not entirely too sure about that one. But it doesn't matter. Because at the moment, animation is way too much work, and I don't have enough time to be able to actually do any animations, unfortunately. Maybe there's some simplistic animations we can do. There's a certain person on DeviantArt who makes decent animations. Facial changes. Well, the animation they make for a particular body part, now that right there is actually quite impressive. I'm sure I could easily make an animation, because I have made animations before. In Game Maker once. It was pretty, well together, but I gotta, figure out, how many frames I need to make a simple 2D animation. Walking frame, if you're not too careful, it'll either look choppy or go too fast. That's the thing when it comes to animations. 2D animations, of course. 3D is different. Well, at least Dreams 3D is different. Although Dreams 3D is a little bit strange to work with when you have, connectors in play. Trust me, there's a lot of weird stuff with Dreams. I feel like I might be better off just, trying to learn how to use Blender. I got it on Steam, because apparently that's on Steam for some reason. When a time comes, I want to try to get my hands on Unity, so I can go on ahead and, I'm going to make this a different look. Maybe this one. Maybe make it smaller. I feel like I shouldn't have too many issues trying to learn how to utilize Unity. Because I already have a general idea on how most coding works. I just gotta remember what the hell the code is that I need to utilize and how to parse it all together. I have experience with Game Maker. The reason why I want to use Unity is because I can make 3D games with that, and it's good practice for Unity anyways. At the moment right now, I want to try to get a little bit more progress on Minecraft ROTC Edition to get to a point where I can post one video a week instead. I mean, Sonic Adventures 2 can be whatever, because I only do that at the end of a week. Which, by the way, the next episode of Minecraft ROTC Edition isn't going to have the, what do you call it? Whoops. The end card, and all of the Sonic Adventures 2 videos. Those aren't going to have end cards either, obviously, because I recorded that way earlier in advance so that I had more time to get other stuff done with. Which makes sense, really. Also, I've learned that I am able to go on ahead and connect the PS4 to the computer via Bluetooth. I think I have Bluetooth, right? Yeah, and there's a Bluetooth device. Huh, maybe I should try that. Assuming that Steam would accept the PS4 control scheme. That is not what I wanted to go to. I want to go to Mouth. I have to imagine they would, right? There's no way they wouldn't, right? Also, does it make sense to do this? Not really. I don't really want to do that. I get some, saliva and stuff still, because that makes sense. Alright, cool, great. No, wait, all the way down. All the way down, full. You foolish, foolish fool! That's also the wrong one. I'm supposed to go to brush. You even bigger foolish fool, which is indeed, in fact, indubitably foolish. How could you? I don't know why I kept this. There was no reason for me to. I'm still gonna save it anyways. Why the hell not? That's not where I want to go. Where is it? Here it is. LS. Outdoor cafe? Question mark? Sure, why the hell not? This is not indicative of any swine. We don't know where this is. Why are we still keeping up this ruse? Wait. I can just go over to your tier, unless you don't have it. Oh, wait, no. It would probably be you. There it is. Unless... yes, of course. The saliva color. Although I don't know if the frog is going to have a different one. Saliva. Salivus. Alright, 20? I guess. I'm trying to parse this together properly. Little drips and stuff. That has gotta feel weird, wouldn't it? Oh, wait, no, I can just have you right here, of course. Oh, wait. Never mind, I'll just have you on a different layer. Yeah. Yes, of course. I don't understand why it feels like this, but maybe it's because most stuff involving saliva usually is entailed to fetish art, if you know what I mean. But this ain't it. It's a hilarious one. At least I like to imagine it is. Caught between the crossfires, and there's really only one person I can think of where this scenario can happen. Which obviously makes sense because fly, cake, humans. No humans can do this. There's your hint. Here's your hint as to who I'm drawing. Not human. Well, they're humans. Why am I saying not human? They're humans, but they're also superpowers. Yes. X-Men, Marvel, DC, other superhero-related stuff. Please end this ruse already. Please tell me in the comments you know who I'm talking about. Surely you know. There's no way you don't. Surely you know who this is. There's no way you don't know who this is. Unless you don't watch wherever the hell this person is from, without having to give it away and giving you a hint. Surely you know. Surely you have an inclination, or at least a vague memory of who this is. Surely, maybe. Why do I feel like I want to just do this for the table? Because I like the design better. You know what? Yeah, that's a better design. Now back to the subject at hand. You have to know who this is, right? Come on, you can do it. Use your brain. You're smart, right? Right? Surely you're smart. Surely you have some form of intelligence. Okay, maybe it's not intelligence that we're lacking here. Maybe it's culture. Surely you have some form of culture, right? You must have some form of culture. I don't know why you wouldn't have some form of culture. There's very little culture in your life if you don't know who this is. Oh, then again, it might... Well, even if you don't care for where they come from, surely you know where they come from. Do I have to get out the PS4 gun again? I'll do it. I'll go on ahead and put my hair back so you can't try to use my hair against me. No, don't tempt me. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do the thing that of which you don't want me to do. When I'll do the thing, man, I'll talk about then I'll bring out that there gun, man, the electric gun, man, and shoot you with a taser, man. PS4 taser, man. Anywho's in whence, I'm very drained and do not feel like trying to continue this goddamn joke. This sorry excuse of a joke. This sorry excuse for a joke. Why am I trying to continue this joke? I'm trying to replicate a certain character's voice, but I sound like somebody else. I don't know who I'm sounding like. Does it matter? Not really, no. Nothing matters. Not now, at least. Right, of course, yes. Cat's just sleeping now. Anyways, have y'all figured out who we drawing? Who we be drawing? I hope you have, because my brain can't keep up with your lack of culture anymore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's just it. That's the limit. Also, why am I doing a picket fence? You're making my brain do picket fences now. I can't even say picket fences now, thanks to what you've done. Oh no, the stutters is coming in. Just kidding. I was just kidding. I don't actually have stutters. I am having brain malfunction. Alright, but yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. We've kind of just got to the point now. There's other weird stories, but we are kind of getting close to the end of well, not really close. Is there a short story that I have? There's the My Morning Jacket head invasion. That's another one. But is that a short story? It might be just the length that we need to distract ourselves from your lack of culture. Sure, why not? So anybody know that episode of American Dad with My Morning Jacket? Well, this is how the weird story starts. Francine wakes up on a normal day. Wakes up. Hears a banging on the door. Not bang, knocking on a door. Knock, 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 knock. And then, you get up, gameplay starts. If you let the knocking go on for long enough, there's a few certain things that happen. But let's just assume we're, going to just answer the door. Right? We're just going to answer the door. And we go downstairs, go to the door. I mean, we can't open the door at this point because there's a few knocks. A few knocks happen. Well, no, 5 knocks. That's not for you, cat. Don't look at the knock. And it does it again. The second knock occurs, which wakes up Francine fully. And then the third knock occurs, and now you have control. And now there's 2 more knocks left until... door breaks down, and you just hear the... what's his name going... I can't do the thing, but you know what that song is. And you see a giant floating head of the lead singer of that song in American Dad style. I forgot what his name was. But you see him floating over Francine. And it's just like, if you get caught out, like, if he touches you, it's immediate game over. You get a cutscene where you look at him, and he just, like, does the eyes closed, goes up close to you. And then, Francine screams. And then the game over screen pops up, and you see a bunch of blood on the floor, some bits of flesh. And what he did was bite out ginormous chunks of Francine until she did. That's that's the game over of the game. It's not. This is not a regular old. What do you call this? Is a game right here, son. A playable game. So you can go through the hiding route, but the hiding route won't last for long. Because slowly, as he makes his way through the house, all the hiding spots he destroys, trying to look for you. Now, there's a few ways you can go about doing this. You can go through the front door. If you can escape the My Morning Jacket head guy, go through the front door. You'll come across a red sky. Panic is ensuing as a ginormous gangster. What the hell is his name? Okay, why is this open? Hold on. I'm gonna... lead singer. Jim James, I think, right? American Dad Jim James, right? That's his name? Yes. A giant Jim's head floating in the sky. And there's hundreds of other, okay, I can do this. Here's his head, and here's Francine's body. Obviously, a bite from this takes out, here's mouth, this big. A bite from this takes out a huge chunk until you're dead. So there's the head, and now here is the big head. You think that's big? No, it's bigger. It's literally looming over the head, and all of the other mini Jim heads starts to come out of the big Jim's mouth. And then they start running rampant throughout the entire city, throughout the entire world. When you get outside, going outside is an immediate game over. Because as soon as you go outside, the Jim inside of your house comes out and then kills you. Oh, wait, no. Wait, I just remembered. Oh, I forgot about... Okay, never mind. Scratch the knocking on your door. It's... You know that doorbell ring that stand set up on the thing? There will be a knock on your front door. That goes 3 times. The first one wakes you up. Second one, you wake up. You go over, because, okay, that's right. There was an ending where you can go over to the door, open a door, and then he goes, as soon as you open the door, he does the song again. Francie looks confused as all hell. And then, as soon as he finishes it, starts slowly careening towards Francine, and then consumes her until she's dead. Obviously, that's the thing here. Consumes her until she's dead. Okay, so that's what that was. I remember now. It's not a knock. It was there'll be a knock on your front door, despite the fact that there is no knock. And then bashing down your door, and then the song. Oh, I'm doing it Hank Hill's voice because I can't do his voice. And then the song comes on, and now you're running hiding or running for your life, depending on what the hell scenario you decide to do. Open up the door, you die. Escape, you see what's happening, but you die. You see that the entire planet is being invaded by giant Jim heads, and coming out of one major giant Jim head. Yes, of course. Talk about a weird story, right? But there's more than that. Obviously, there has to be a way to get out of there, right? So, you can get out, and you go to the basement, and there's a secret path. Where does the secret path come from? Who knows? Maybe Stan made it. Probably. CIA agent with a crap ton of resources? Maybe. But you go through here. And within this area, there's a whole series of stealth, parkour, first-person parkour. And there's this one instance in this game that might annoy a lot of people. Where you come over to like this certain area, and there's a small chance, like maybe a 5% chance when you first go through it, where you go on ahead through this passageway, and then you turn around, and you're forcibly turned around, and you see a Jim head behind you, and then he says, "There will be random death on your front door." And then he goes over to you, and that's just instant death. It's a random death. And what's worse is, I don't know why my brain's concocted this tragedy, but there's no checkpoints. Once you die, you gotta start all over again. Because it's one of those kinds of things where there's like multiple ways you can go about doing this. The basement is like one of the main ways. Thankfully, though, the chance for getting that is small, 5%. But that does kind of suck. Every death means that you have to go through the whole thing all over again. Terrible, right? But this is not one of those kinds of games where it's going to actually be real. So we can just do this, we can just make this crap up that would piss off people otherwise. But It's never going to exist. For obvious reasons, too. Never going to exist because this game could not be made due to copyright stuff. Even if I were to be able to make it for free, that wouldn't work. I don't think it would work. I don't know, maybe the creator would be like, this is very strange but interesting. I'm going to endorse this and help advertise this because this game for some reason really speaks to me on a level that I don't really understand, but I'm going on ahead and going to do the thing anyways. Why are you doing that, computer? How long have we been recording so far? Almost 2 hours, huh? Damn, 2 hours. Well, yeah, the background part's a little bit more complex. I thought I was going for a more simple drawing, but it looks like it's taking a complex turn. This part will be simple. I'll just have this be like bright lights at the end and all that stuff. So yeah, that was really as far as my brain took that particular scene. Really, there really was nothing more that I had in mind for that particular department. Okay, I have something else here that I want to do. Like a nice little overhanging, what do you call it here? Like it'd be a cool idea. Alright, back to your lack of culture. Surely you know who this is, right? You must know. There's no way you don't know. Tell me you don't know. Go on, go ahead, tell me you don't know. What? You don't know? I have a right of mine to punch you in the nuts. And don't think about trying to do a block and counter nut punch, because I don't feel, I don't feel it, but I won't go down the same way as all the other men go down. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm a masochist, and I don't feel that kind of pain the way most men do. I hit myself in the head on accident sometimes, and I don't feel anything. Slight tinge, and then it goes away. Am I just numb on the inside? Oh, become so numb. I can feel you there. Become so numb, so much far away. But become near to see you numb. I'm all just like me. And just like you. I don't know what the fucking song goes. I'm just making random crap up. We're going down the Shrek route and doing Shrek things. I'm just gonna copy this building. I'm copy-pasting the building. You can't stop me. Maybe. Wait. I'll copy-paste it again. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna do it. Wait. Okay, wait. Do it. Wait. Now, think. Here we go. Okay. Perspective. Wait a minute. Before we do perspective, I got an idea. You get your ass up. You just do that. Oh, crap. Do this. I guess it doesn't exactly matter where the hell you go, so long as you're... No, you dumbass. You do gas. You piece of shit. You bastard. You were not supposed to go in that direction. I will not let go of ship this time. Should I have copied the thing that... Well, yeah, I guess it makes sense, so I can easily grab all of this without having to go through the whole process of doing this crap constantly. Go, gadget, combine your, the paths. Yes, of course, yes. Wait, I don't even need to do that. What am I doing? I just gotta do this. Unselect this crap. Unselect that crap. Unselect this crap. And this crap over here. And now that should be it. Right? Okay. Yes, that's what we want. Christ in heaven. Okay, I'll just do this. It's fine. Everything is hunky-dory. No need to panic room. Oh wait, I could just do that here. I need to go zero in on where the hell that needed to be. It's fine. It's fine. It don't matter. It don't quite matter now, don't it? All that matters is now that I've gotten this crap over here done. Except for this crap I have to bring down. Yes. Okay, you stay here for a bit. I need to grab every single one of you. Like so. No. Wait, hold on. What are you doing? I don't know. No, that's doing nothing. What am I worried about? Oh, but that's what that's doing. Right, of course. Why not? Why wouldn't it? Right, okay. Alright, we're almost done with the outline of the background. I guess I could just... No. I guess I could just do this for this part because there's not a whole lot here to unselect. Grab this too. No. Are you? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. While I'm at it, why the hell don't I just do this? For these departments. Well, it makes sense when you get raw down to it. These are all on the same thing. They're going to be on the same thing. There's no reason for them to be all on different layers. I guess that's probably the reason why, because that doesn't have that. Like, I'm not trying to get a reference of the cityscape of the thing that of which we are doing, but you guys don't know because you weren't paying attention to the thumbnail. Yeah. Okay, we'll put this like right over here. Smaller. Maybe not like here, but like running around here or something. I don't know. I don't know. I really think I would know. No, I wouldn't. Of course not. Your two inwards. Go small mode. Small mode activated. Okay. Well, actually, wait, hold on. It don't matter. There's going to be leaves here anyways, covering that. We won't be able to see the door. We might not even need the door. Why would we need the door? There's going to be a bush here. Forget, there's going to be a bush here. There's no need to worry about the outline. We're going to have a bush right over here. Alright, cool. Good thing I saved the freaking table because I didn't think I was going to use the table, but I did save the swatch with the table on it. Of course, I still got to do other things. Alright, awesome. Great. Fantastic. There was a lot more to this than I thought I was going to do. Oh, wait. I forgot these are planter pots. Right, of course, yes. How could I forget that these were planter pots? Do I want them to be a bit more brighter? Or maybe I can give them a more greener texture. Green or gold, I don't really care. Think about it. Planter pot number 1! Number 4 coup, I think. My brain in the past said 4 go, but 4 coup makes more sense. Why did it say 4 go? I don't know. You know how long it's been since I've seen Kids Next Door? Long time. When I was a kid myself. It's a shame, really. When those kids grow up, they lose their sense of wonderment. Not me, of course. Why would I ever want to become a freaking adult and have to deal with all this nonsense and forceful shit? I prefer to live in my own fantasy world. Thank you very much. Those kids have forgotten that they could have went down that route. They could have, but they didn't. Why is that, you may ask? Why must we grow up? There's no reason to grow up. Growing up is terrible. Life sucks, now more than ever. So why the hell should we grow up? Screw life. Let's stay young forever. In our hearts and our minds. Of course, don't be stupid and make stupid mistakes. Like kids would. Still learn from your mistakes. Don't use that as an excuse to be a man-child who wants to murder everybody and everything. Well, it's for my case, it's more of a demon that just wants to come out and murder things because blood, shed, hatred, enjoys tormenting, that stuff. Don't let the demon come out. Please. Keep the demon in. It goes to all of y'all who have your own demons as well. But no, don't use the childlike man-child excuse. No, don't be the man-child. If you're going to have to go down that route, I suggest the demon route, even though I told you not to go the demon route. At least then people will see you as a deranged psychopathic murderer instead of a child man baby who throws a fit every single time somebody takes away their bottle, big dirt bottle. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Look, people need to stop trying to treat other people as in having hard times. Get over it. Look. People should not have to be forced to go through a hard time. And if they don't like being forced to go through a hard time and want to act out, let them. Because they don't really have much of a choice in the matter now, do they? You idiots need to realize one thing, and one thing only. That life's a piece of shit for all of y'alls. Maybe, okay, I guess the rich people still do have people being critics to them. Rightfully so for the terrible rich people. Obviously. But you all's got to realize one thing. Everybody has the right to complain about their life. Because life sucks. Understandably speaking. Don't use the excuse of, oh, this person across the world is having a real bad time compared to my time. No, you shouldn't be condemned. If you're content, then all that stuff will just keep on happening. Life will be like, okay, all right. You want to try to toss my mischief aside like it's some sort of, what do you call it? Here, house is burned down. What's that? Airplane lands on your car. Oh, your insurance won't pay that. Oh, yeah, strange. And that person's like, it's fine. People across the world are starving right now in that war. It's like, oh, so that's it. All right, sinkhole on your property that you tried to save. That's not enough. The sky falls down. Meteorite slams you in the head. You're in a coma now. Want to say anything more about that? Person wakes up. Well, at least I still got my dignity. As they're like 80 or something for some reason. Dignity! Like, just punches through literally just like a white rubber humanoid figure with a perfectly spherical yellow ball of light as a head. Dignity, my ass! Throws bedpan on old lady. Oh, God. I am trying to make you miserable, and I will keep making you miserable until you submit. And she doesn't even see. It's like she can't even see life. Life literally is invisible to everybody. And she's like, "There's so many people out there who are having a worse time than me. I can endure this. God, oh, that's it now." Takes out a scissors. Cuts the freaking thing. Let's see God save you now. As a lady dies and turns into a ghost. Oh. And life's like, you can't even see his nose. He's breathing heavy. I might have taken that a little bit too far. Punches through the wall again. He's like, doctor's like, oh, for fuck's sakes, what happened here? Who busted down? How did this happen? Why are there two giant holes in these brick walls? And life is happy because the guy is freaking out. That's the only way you can stop life from doing shit to you. Complain about it. And eventually life will be like, yeah, satisfying. Now let's go to the next person and make their life miserable. Imagine that's what it's like. Just imagine. Weird how we're saying this due to frog, the character we don't know about getting their tongue by a frog who just wanted to fly. This frog doesn't understand it. In this frog's mind, it's like, oh shit, this tongue won't eat me. I better get the hell out of Dodge. It's like a split second. Or maybe the frog's stuck there because the tongue is just for some reason gets, I don't know. We just went down a very hilarious feel of an old lady getting literally killed by life, the physical embodiment of life. Oh, I'll just call this overhang. I don't know what this is going to be called. Literally just an old lady just murderized by the physical embodiment of life. The physical embodiment of life was very unhappy about how this lady was trying to make light of a bad situation and just decided to Kool-Aid man through the hospital walls and is like, oh yeah, throws bedpan with piss in it on her and cuts the thing that keeps her alive, and you know, it's just life is a real bitch, you know. Try to brush life aside, and life just going to physically turn into an ethereal god that's just going to want to destroy you even further. Why is life like this? Why must life be like this? Why can't life just let everybody live their own life? Why does life have to inject and make everyone's life miserable? That would be hilarious if that was how things work. People try to compare their situation, which admittedly isn't as bad as what's going on in other areas, but we still do reserve the right to complain about it regardless, because obviously you were humans, we're going to complain. And of course life enjoys that. And if life doesn't see that, he'll one-up every single attempt he's made on you to try to get you to complain about it. And if you don't complain about it, it's just going to keep getting worse. He's going to take an entire toilet, clogged up toilet, like several hundred people used this toilet, and they all had eaten Taco Bell previously, and the toilet's been clogged, and the plumber's like, fuck this noise, I don't get paid enough for this shit. Decided it was a lost cause. Life's gonna rip that out from the freaking thing. A whole bunch of shit's just going to leak out through the broken pipe, and life's like, say that again, huh? Say that again. Compare your life to the others again. I dare you. I double dare you. I triple dare you. As he goes on ahead and hangs the toilet over your head, but you don't see it. You don't see life. You just see a floating toilet and be like, oh, a ghost. Well, at least I'm not starving. God damn it! And then you're right on top of the old lady's head. And she dead again. Whether it be the impact from the toilet or the access levels of shit, who knows? But the old lady died a second time. Does this old lady ever learn? Life just keeps hitting her with the hardest of hits. Now it's gotten to a point where any reincarnation of this lady, this life is just going to come follow her around, assuming there is reincarnation. We don't know yet. Life's a mystery and all that stuff, yada, yada, yada. Assuming that occurs, life's just going to be like, well, you know what? You're going to be my personal punching bag for the next eon. And then life just keeps making that person's life miserable. Constantly and consistently, waiting for the day for them to constantly complain. Does it happen? Who knows? All we know is that life is literally trying to implement itself into this woman's life and try to make her miserable. For some reason, she keeps being reborn as an elderly woman, because all of this instance happens when she's an elderly person. I don't know why. It's like, I know I shouldn't complain, so I'm not going to complain. Why do you keep doing this, life? Because you're a bitch, and you need to follow the rules of life. And the lady can't understand a single word he's saying because he's invisible and also can't hear her. What do you mean at? You want to save this old lady? How the hell are you going to save this old lady who can't even save herself? She's dead multiple ways over. Because life just cannot stand what she's been doing with her life. Anywho's and wits, I think I've taken this joke as far as I could. Realistically speaking. I mean, yeah, when you really think about it, there's not a whole lot more I can think about. The lady did. She did, man. I'll talk about now. She did. What are you talking about, man? I told you she did. I can't remember how that joke went. But, yeah. Complain about life. Because life will be satisfied and move on to somebody else. And hopefully then your life will get better in junction of doing that. That's the way of the land. And the rules of nature. Huh? My source? You want to know my source for all of this here tragedy and irrehensible damage that this old lady has been going through for so many lifespans? Oh, well, here's my source. I made it the fuck up. Now, just a story, of course. If you can't understand what a story is, then why the hell are you here? What, did you really think there was a TV man who had a TV screen as a head, like a flat TV screen as a head, who was being forced to suck chodes in some weird fish man's basement? What the hell are you? Some kind of moron? No, that can't be it. Surely you must be thinking, there's gotta be a reasonable explanation. Maybe they're cosplayers. Maybe. Who knows? We should judge these two homosexual couples for their kinks. Only difference here is, it's not consensual, you fool. You think that's consensual? Maybe you need to go and get your brain checked because that's not normal. That's not normal at all. I'll tell you this much for a fact. Forcing someone to suck your dick is not normal at all. It's a matter of fact, it's crude and lewd, and you shouldn't do it. You must always get consent. As I say, talking in an article voice who doesn't go for consent at all. But yes. That never happened. Don't worry. There's no fish man who's gonna force his... God damn. I can't continue. Let's move on from the fish dicks, shall we? That actually kind of rolled off me. We're not going to acknowledge it. No, why would we acknowledge it? We're going to acknowledge something else, like this person that you still probably don't even know who I'm going and whose tongue is kind of... Hold on. Wait, hold on. There wasn't so much freaking shite here, I can actually see it. Here we go, trying to make it look like it's all in one layer, because it can't be all in one layer, because the way this entire thing is set now, I'm talking about, I don't think, the frog. Yeah, the frog too, because the frog also got the, combined tongue. I think this part could be a little bit more like that, yeah, like right here, there we go. Are we almost done? Oh my god, we're only 2 hours in? Seriously? For a drawing that looks complex as hell, I'm surprised we're only 2 hours in. Alright, right, I lost track of where the hell I was at. 2 cans of orange soda will do that to you. Orange soda gives you... I almost said something else. Orange soda gives you something. I don't quite remember what that something is. As a matter of fact, what would it be? The Porky Pig syndrome? No. I don't remember what the word is I'm looking for. We'll give you adrenaline syndrome. I don't know. Something about adrenaline. Remind me. Wait a minute. No, you fool. There we go. Okay. Now the last bit of windows, none of the doors here are seen or shown, or whatever the hell the word is. You know the word I'm talking about. I don't need to explain it to you. And if I do need to explain it to you, well, Well, why should I explain it to somebody who doesn't know who this is? Yeah? You were given a thumbnail, and from the looks of it, there's no part 2, so you don't have an excuse to go trying to, say, oh, yeah, I don't know who this is. I'll see it through the thumbnail. Be like, oh, nah, you just looked at the thumbnail as soon as the video finished, you fool. I know all of what you're doing. What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing? Alright, this one's gonna be pure bright white light over here, man. I'm talking about bright light white, man. The sky, man, even though it's not sky, it's just bright white light, because why not? Alright, we did it. Yay! Let's save the outdoor cafe swatch. I don't think I'm gonna need it right now. We'll see what happens. I'm surprised at how much is going on in this scene and still how little time it's taken us to get through the entirety of this drawing. This kind of drawing would have taken like, what, 4 or 5 hours? And we're going to be close to done with this in about 3, which is weird. It's 2:20 right now. It's raining now. Rain. I only will like the rain once we can get into a new house that isn't complete and utter shite. And I can actually have... Well, it's not to say this isn't my own room, but I would prefer to have my own room on a different... Oops, I did this stupid. It's fine, I think. I don't think anything's really changed. And if anything has changed, it's not noticeable enough, apparently. So, this is the middle part here, and that's just the roundabout around there. Kind of looking more cerulean now, isn't it? Yes, we're in the Chrome Wars universe, of course. This is just some android. Yeah, android, yeah. For those who don't know, and those who do know, keep your mouth shut for those who don't know, because, they need to learn the hard way. For their lack of culture, or lack of memory, or lack of something. They lack something. What that something is, I don't know. Surely you guys know what it is. Most likely those who are lacking in something don't know, which makes sense, because why would they? They wouldn't know at all. Because if they knew, they would make sure that they would get the thing that they were lacking. But they don't. So they lacketh the thing that they needeth to haveth to do whatever the hell the point of what this string of sentences that I was saying was supposed to be. I forgot. I forgot. How did I forget? How could I forget, cat? It was so simplistic. The answer was right there in front of me. And I forgot. Can you believe that? Right? What are you giving that look for? You're staring at me like you don't understand a single thing I'm saying. Surely you can understand what I'm saying now, right? You put a human inside of an area with a whole bunch of Japanese people, eventually they'll learn how to speak Japanese, right? Right? Yeah, right. No, that's not right at all. Or maybe it is, who knows. Amongst a whole bunch of people who speak Spanish and I still don't understand a lick of it. And why would I? My brain has already have so much advanced in English. I can't fathom inserting multiple languages inside of my brain. There's no way. I have so many creations taking up all my memory space. Chances are I'll forget about the language and I'll be like, I learned how to do this language, but then I forgot everything about it. Oh wait, this is not supposed to be 5, it's supposed to be 10. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, we had to like go a little bit more harder on some of these, but it's fine. It's fine. You know what? It's not fine, Turner. It's not fine at all. I really wish I can get to the survival on Dimmadome Island drawing soon, because, oops, as freaky as most of it is, Oh, right, I did that, didn't I? Oh god, what happened? I did a load selection thing. I didn't know. I don't even know what the hell button I pressed to allow for that to happen. Was that control? It was. Ooh. I don't know how useful that's going to be. I don't know how useful that's going to be at all. But yeah, I can't wait to get to that. I have to wait, unfortunately. I already have an idea for a sequel of the drawing because I want to do in the next limitation period. I want to draw Noelle again. Noelle Silva. In a goth outfit. But a better one. I already did one before. I believe I showed you it, right? Didn't I? Is I ain't shown you that already? Yeah, there she is. Look. I'll probably replace it with, like, black instead. Have Mimosa carry her old outfit. Have, like, Nero in the back trying on, like, a collar. Have black lipstick as well. Because Noelle's influencing her to do that. And then there's some random-ass chick from the Praying Mantis who runs the goth shop in the Magic Kingdom or whatever. Who? I have no clue. Just some random girl that came up with purple hair in the Praying Mantis. Black Clover OC? No, it's just shopkeep girls who go on ahead and carry the narrative of the shop scene that Noelle is going through, and it's the phase she's going through. But yeah. That's what I've got planned on the next limitation period. So sorry, Doug Dimmadome, Duke Nuka-Dome, owner of the Dukesdale Nuka-Dome. Looks like you're going to have to be drawn at a way later date. No clue when, though. If you don't know who Duke Nuka-Dome is, well, I'll go on ahead and leave that up to interpretation. Yeah, why not? You know, you guys don't know who this character is, but surely you'll know who Duke Nuka-Dome or the Dukesdale Nuka-Dome is, right? Right? Anyways, take wild guesses. Not wild guests, because you'll get stabbed, probably. Take wild guesses in the comment section about who the hell Duke Nuka-Dome, owner of the Dukesdale Nuka-Dome is, or something, I don't remember. It's just Duke Nuka-Dome. We don't even provide the other thing, we just call him Duke Nuka-Dome, or just Duke. And if any of y'all know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. And this floor is made of floor. But, yeah, that's all the hints I'm giving you. It's fine, though. It do be fine. For one thing, there's a whole lot to talk about in that. I was thinking about, like, the game, because it's the game. I can tell you that much for a fact. It's a pretty big game. Pretty good game in my head. Pain in the ass game. Probably harder than, you know, most of the Soul series. I would have to guess. I mean, it makes sense. The main mechanic here is like you're a one-hit kill. You get hit, you get killed. Well, not really killed. But I won't say anything yet until we draw the drawing that is Survival on Dimmadome Island. I also don't know if I'm able to draw that yet anyways, because I think I need to introduce the duplicates and stuff like that. Duplicates and crossbreeds. I think there's like maybe one cross, I don't know. I don't know how the hell I'm going to draw and start the duplicate storyline. It would make sense if I did Duke Mother and 9 Dukes or something. Remember that story from a while ago? I'm not going to say it again. Just search through all my videos. It's probably an early one. Art time video, of course. That's where you would probably find the story involving 9 Dukes and a Duke Mother. And there's a whole lot that I'm talking about in multiple of these drawings here, because these drawings take a while to draw. And we're actually going for this one from start to finish. Something that we have rarely been doing because I kind of want to listen to stuff in the background, which makes sense because, let's be honest, there's not a lot I can do to commentate. I mean, I feel like I'm doing decent. Maybe. Probably. Not as good as others. I am trying to get the wackiness down in certain aspects. I do think that there is some funniness. Who wouldn't enjoy seeing someone inhale their long hair while they threaten to end them at gunpoint with a PS4 controller? Who would have thought that that would have been a case that would have happened? A scene that you would have all just witnessed right here, right now, at this exact point. Well, not at this exact point, but in this exact video, in this exact time that you were in at that particular point in time, in space. Yes. My throat is starting to feel like it's burning up now because all that they're talking right now, man. Talk about damn old freaking man. Got that damn old freaking strep throat, man. Could talk too much, man. Don't like any more drink, man. Ran out on soda. I'm not getting a third can. I'm already wired enough as it is, and it's 2:21. Probably close to 2:30 right now. If I were to look at phone. Oh, there's a software update. You know what? Install now. I'm busy doing this. So why the hell not? There's too many freaking updates. It's going to take a while to do this. We still got a little bit more time left to get it done with. And that's what we're focusing on right now. We're just focusing on getting this done with. I mean, we're close. After the shading part, there's the texture part. And you all know the texture part is not that bad. Like, I'm going for these types of windows because, let's just say they're in New York or something. They're going, the mysterious character that we don't know about going to New York. Yeah, New York. And this is what the windows in New York looks like, apparently. I don't know. Well, I guess there's one of your major hints. The characters don't live in New York. I'm not entirely too sure if I should keep the bruise going on, like, throughout the entirety of the video and still end it on, the instance occurs. Or if I should reveal who the character is that we had just drawn at the end of the video. Oh man, I'm debating. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here to think about. What are the pros and cons of revealing the character? Okay, let's think. The pros. We get to reveal the character and free ourselves from the headache of the uncultured people. The cons. Or the con. We don't get to hang this over the uncultured people's heads. Ooh, that's kind of pro-con that, like, work against each other but are also needed to stay alive. Damn. Man. I don't know. Should I just reveal the name of the character? I don't know. Should I keep you in the dark? Should I keep y'all in the dark? Do all of yous who know, are you going to keep them all in the dark? You better keep them all in the dark, or I'm going to find you. And I'm going to punch you in the throat. Gonna give you strep throat. Gonna punch you in the nards. Gonna give you no nards. Gonna take away your nards. Your nazes, whatever, how that kid pronounces it. Anywho's in which, yeah, we'll just leave that up to the imaginary debate in everyone's head. Will he or will he not reveal the character that he had just drawn? Man, it's so hard to tell. There's only one major aspect to this character that he's drawn, and we can't tell for some reason. What is it? Who is this mystery character? Who are you? Who are you? And why are you so familiar? I cannot sleep, I cannot drink tonight. I'll be in my room, connecting the red strings, trying to remember who this character could possibly be. Who are you? And why am I Shrek? Are you in my swamp tonight? God, I'm not even trying to do Shrek's voice. I'm just trying to do the accent at this point. Who are you? What was it? Where are you? I already forgot what I just said. Who are you? I don't remember what it was. Was it? Where are you? Yeah, that's what it was. Right? Where are you? Google, help me out. Where are you? That's what it is. And I'm not sorry. I can drink. I can sleep tonight. I don't give a damn. You're dead to me. Piss off right out of my life. Okay, what are you looking at, Cat? You confused too? I'm sure the audience are confused. Or maybe they're entertained. Or maybe they're just bored. Or cringing. Who knows? There's a medley of reactions and emotions that we can all have. All I know is that there's probably a whole bunch of people here beating themselves over not knowing who this character is. Surely you know. You must know by now. Look at that. Look at what you see before you. There's no way you don't know. And if you don't know, why don't you know? You can't be serious. You should know by now. Even if you don't watch where they come from or play where they come from to try to leave it ambiguous, you should surely know. I guess there is also playing because of... Regardless, you should know. You gotta know. If you don't know, what are you doing with your life? You must be... That's what... Oh, I see the issue now. You're old. Of course, it makes sense. Many old people... Wait, you're old and... No, I don't want to go political in that instance, but because, well, I guess it depends on who you're talking about here. You're old. You're just mad because your ass is old. The first thing you do is just pick up the phone. How do you not know who this character is? If you're not old. If you're old and you don't know who this character is, then that makes sense. That makes sense because you probably don't watch this. You probably wouldn't watch or play or read or whatever the hell it is you do. Wait a minute, that's all three things! Never mind! Consume the content of which the characters are part of. Yes, of course. I purchased fast food. Oh god, we're going the Seymour route now, aren't we? You don't understand who this... You don't know who this character is. And because of that inane concept, my brain is going back to Steam Hands mode. How could you? You have to know. You must know. The fate of the world is at stake. Yabba dabba, do me a favor, kids, and get me your parents' credit card number. Everyone laughing behind me. No, but seriously, get me your parents' credit card number. The fate of our world is at stake. I don't know. I think I've already told that weird story before. I'm not telling it again. Not right now. We're almost done anyways. I mean, we're close to done. We should be done soon enough. My brain is going to mush rot now, trying to keep up the entertainment value when there is really no entertainment value. Or maybe there is, I don't know. Random, wacky weirdness. You know, if that's the case, then the Zoomers are coming here anyways, and I've threatened them and they've left. But they probably never got to this point. Or maybe they just are like, they're glutton for punishment, and now they're here. You little bitch babies over there glutton for punishment, want me to... I'm going to go ahead and salt you some more, man. I'll talk about something. I'll salt you and blue house voice, man. Talk about damn mother shirt swab, man. Damn, no one's going to stack out taking damn spitting there, man. I don't know how that works, man, but you know, that's what he did, man. Saw the whole thing, man, with cameraman, man. Now, cameraman, that was involved, man, and my husband was cameraman for a minute, man. Then was just like, I might be your father, man. What? Excuse me? I didn't catch that. What did you just say? Man, talk about that. Forget it, man. Get damn mother says swallow, man. It's the long and short of it, man. What? Hold on. What is you saying you're my father? Well, Dale said, take that damn shit out of your man mouth, man. You're your father, man. I'm not your father, man. I'm talking about damn godfather has anything, man. Damn, yo. You imagine? It's like the husband knows that the baby is not his, but he's like, yes, a child I can raise my own. And it's a good thing that this handsome young man does not want the child. And he did the thing. Let's say he couldn't conceive or something. And maybe he had a narrow... Oh, God. No, it's... Oh, God. It makes sense now. Blonde hair. Boomhauer's Bobby's real... All the theories about Bill being Bobby's father. We gotta look on Google now. Boomhauer. There's Bobby. There it is. It's Boomhauer Bobby's dad. Oh, God. The theory already existed. According to the theory, Bobby's real father was Bill all along. Then if Spears father... No, that's not Bill. Okay, there's multiple theories about other things. But you know what? We just went full circle. Why the hell not? We just went... We literally just somehow managed to make that entire thing to be... It wasn't even Bobby. We could probably like, what? What do you mean, Mr. Boomhauer? No, I can't do his voice right now. I can do the... what was it again? How'd it go? How'd the script go? Okay, Dad. Okay, Dad. Okay, Dad. You're not the boy. Wait, you're not the boy. It's so hard to do impressions of impressions. Okay, that's all of the shading and texturing, I believe. If I have forgotten anything, I don't think I did. I feel like I got everything. Okay, awesome. We're close to being done now. Oh, wait, no, we're fine. This stupid stuff that was happening. We're fine. Thank God we're almost done because I am woozy. Now, shadows. Yeah. So, I hope you have enjoyed that new theory. Boomhauer is Bobby's father now because apparently on the surface, Hank and Peggy were, they looked like they were just like your average, everyday, normal couple. Hank just not afraid to show it publicly. But in the bed, whoo, boy. Man, they don't talk about man. Hank and me, man, they don't have bad tag team, have Peggy, man, they don't want to be a cameraman, talk about them, Hank doesn't want that to be all public knowledge, man, so something between you and the father, man, and then not between you and me, man, I'll talk about one thing. Why are you telling me this, Mr. Boomhauer? Why? Well, then I'll show you the photo, man. Then Hank said, show you something one day so you can understand the truth one day, and they'll talk about them, No, this is not what I want at all. Well, man, I'll talk about this. Hank, man, let me hang on here, man. Come on, man. Boomhauer, you going to show Bobby the tape? Is it finally time? Dad, no! I can't do Bobby's voice. I feel like I had a certain point where I could do Bobby's voice. I might still be able to, but right now my voice is just too coarse. No. How could this be? I am not going to attempt Peggy's voice. Not right now, not ever. Peggy has a certain tone of voice. I can only get a certain type of woman's voice. Not Peggy, obviously. I'm bound to go ahead and get the VCR, man. VCR? How long ago was this? Man, tell me like, I don't know, like 15, just 17 years ago, man. Like a few years before you born, man. Talking about trying how hard we can, man. And they ain't gonna do anything, man. You convince me, man. I didn't want to do it at first, man. He got the videotape up. Hank is just sitting on the couch with Bobby in his arm. And Bobby's just like, and no, talk about them. Didn't want to do it, man. Hank convinced me, man. I'll be like, all right, man. I'll help bro out, man. Get a child, man. You can dig down, ring child, man. Don't have to pay child support, man. It's fine by me, man. Boomhauer goes over to the couch and just sits like this, bending over with his hands on his knees like that. It's like, why is this happening? And they all I'm not even going to try to describe. You know what's happening. You know what's happening due to the description of what was going on. Hank and Boomhauer tag teaming, and they all. How did this happen? It was supposed to be just some random group. like that Boomhauer came up with, and now it's just Hank. How did this happen? How did we get here? Do I dare say it? Do I dare say the line? Do you have 90? Oh God! Oh no, Jack! I didn't mean to steal your joke. Nah, it's not like Jack has teleporting powers, and he probably wouldn't care either way. All right, anywho's in wits. Yes, Bobby sees the day he entered Peggy in sperm form via. I mean, who knows? It could have been Hank. It could have been Boomhauer. I don't know. Why are we talking about this? Who knows? We've been going on for this for too long. We've been delving deeper and deeper into very more deranged topics and conversations. So why not let's go deeper? We've clearly passed a point where things have gotten just way too much. But let's just keep going. I don't know where else to take it, actually, so let's not keep going. Yes, let's end it here, shall we? No need to scar everybody. You know, scar them for life. Because the thing, you know the thing of which, wait, hold on. I don't know. Let me bring this to like 50 or something. But, yeah, that's, yeah, okay, that's all we've got, folks. You've reached the bottom of the barrel. We're gonna end it on Hank and Boomhauer and that scene and just... How does this happen? How do these things happen? Well, you gotta ask yourself one thing. If you delve deep into the minds of depravity and all the weirdness that you have deep in your head, surely you'll come across some very weird and strange stuff. The question is, do you continue to examine it and unfold the whole story? Or do you cower away like a chicken, never seeing what could have been? It could have been funny, but I know from experience, it usually is disturbing and terrible and makes you question life and your sanity as you know it. But what can you do? All this we talking as we are drawing a girl who's getting her tongue caught by a frog or a guy. We don't know who it is. Like I said, there's no way to know who this possibly is. We're still doing this. Am I going to reveal who this is? Find out at the end of this video. Woo-hoo. I'll probably forget, so maybe we won't find out. Woo! Uncertainty, unknown, I don't know. No, pink or yellow or whatever makes it look brighter. We could go for a light green. Nah, that's terrible. That's too orange. Too western. Could work. Yeah, sure, why not? So, we're nearing the end. It's 2:48, or around 2:48, like 35 or around 40 at this point. We are nearing an end of some form, which is great. We can be free of this, the weird stuff that we have been, going down in. The weird rabbit hole that we have somehow managed to stumble our arse into. So, how are y'all's sanity? Has your sanity tanked watching the entirety of this? Have you reached a certain form of disgust now, after hearing the story of how Bobby was conceived? And how Hank is potentially not the father. In multiple ways. Multiple ways, yep. Could be, who knows. The theories are there. Question is, does it really matter? Not really, no. It is strange to think that Peggy would possibly cheat on Hank with Bill. Boomhauer I can understand. Because I don't know the timeline here, but wasn't Bill just a mess during the military time, during the time before Bobby was conceived? Or was he? No, maybe he wasn't. But I don't know when that was. I don't know when that was timeline-wise. Maybe he was still... I have no clue. I don't remember. It's been so long since I've seen anything to do with that particular thing. Let's just say, theories are theories. You can create alternate timelines if you want to see how that theory would pan out. You could. You could even create the scene, as disgusting as that. Well, I mean, if it's Bill in his prime, maybe those who like that kind of stuff. I don't want to see a guy railing a girl. I'd rather see girls railing girls. And I'm me picturing myself in the girl's position who's being railed. Yeah, that's right. Paddling Peggy does more than just that, eh? Mm-hmm. To be honest with you, I'm actually quite curious. I am a submissive after all, so it would be interesting to see what that would be. I can't remember what pegging is, but I feel like I would enjoy it anyways, because why not? I think I have an idea, at least from what I've read from comments, but I'm not 100% too sure. Anything, well, okay, not anything. Like hell, I'm not going to go on ahead and go into the scat side. No, the only scatting we're going to be doing is the bebop scatting of the jazz man. I'm a scat man. I'm making up my own tone because I don't remember how that went. That's vivid line, not overlay. In this here club right here with a drink full of... I don't think I'll talk about something. Zip, zoop, zoppity, sleep juice. Oh, God. Christ. No, not that. We ain't going down the route of the Boondocks prison with Bill Cosby, of all characters. No. Nuh-uh, no. That's I say no. God dang it, I said no. I'm going to kick Bill Cosby's ass now. God dang it, I've been drugged because of, I don't know, this tranquilizer dart with drugs in it. Why is my ass feel funny? No, why is Hank being raped by Bill Cosby now? Why are we taking these turns? I thought it couldn't get any worse. It got worse. How did it get worse? Things just keep getting... We gotta finish this drawing before we somehow manage to get life coming into this scenario and creating a three-way. It's too late. It happened now. The image is now in all of our heads. The white manifestation... The white... And you know I don't remember what the white stick figure guy with the rubbery arms and the head that's circular is a bright light yellow light. I mean, that's what happened now. Congratulations, we've done it. We've now somehow managed to get even worse than the Bill Cosby experience featuring Hank Hill. What happened? Where did everything go wrong? How did everything go wrong? You see, I thought we were on track. We were drawing a cute girl / whatever this character is with a frog trying to grab cake, get tongue stuck because the frog's trying to grab the fly and the girl's trying to grab the cake, or whatever character's trying to grab the cake. Why am I still trying this joke out? And then we somehow managed to get to Bill Cosby railing Hank. How did this happen? How did we reach down this point? We literally just went down the most asinine way in storytelling history. It was like a computer getting a fish man forcing its dick down a computer screen guy's head thing, despite there being no mouth, to Hank and Boomhauer tag teaming Peggy while Bobby watches the video of it and Hank is treating it like it's normal somehow. Then to Hank Hill getting railed by Cosby. This is the most This is the most Mr. Magoo-esque freaking rabbit hole we went down. I don't know how much worse it could get. I should stop saying that because it's going to get worse. I don't know how to make it worse. I feel like we just went full circle. Now the image is in our heads. The image is in our heads of an old Bill Cosby behind a Hank Hill. Why am I naked? Why is he naked? Oh my God! How far was supposed to kick his ass? Get the fuck out of here, McAfee, or whatever the fuck your name is. I'm being raped by Bill Cosby. Yep, yeah, that's what we just said as Hank Hill. God damn it! I'm experiencing a traumatic event. I don't need McAfee over here trying to remind me to get my goddamn subscription renewed. I don't give a I don't give a dang. Boomhauer, hold me in your strong arms. I need your assistance. Somebody, anybody, give me a 1-up, the 7-up. I don't know. It got weirder. I mean, it didn't get bad weird. We are still on the same subject of Bill Cosby and all that crap, but with Hank's voice. Well, I've reached the end of what I could be talking about. Yeah, I don't know what else I could be talking about right now. I've reached a certain level, you see. We've kind of reached a point where we can't... wait. Yeah, this is effects. That's weird. We've kind of reached the point where there's not really a whole lot more left we can say. But we said all the things that we needed to say because of, what do you call it? We've now created a scenario. I hope in the future, when I have more subscribers, some animators like, that's a funny scenario. I'm going to draw that, and I'm going to animate that now. And we're going to have a laugh at Hank Hill's expense, or whatever it's called. And, yeah, looking forward to the future, when or if that ever happens, hopefully. Hopefully I'm not making 1,000 videos and I'm still in the 1-digit number of subscribers. I mean, by the time that happens... This is going to be like a hidden gem, this drawing. I mean, maybe not so much so because people will see Froppy and be like, I've spoiled it. I've ruined everything. I ruined the joke! How could this happen to me? You've made your mistake. You've ruined the joke now, and I'm putting the blame on you. I wish I could cut that out. But I don't know how to edit. Well, you know who it is now, or do you? we can still salvage this. We don't know who this. I just said some name. I could have said Frogger. This is Frogger. Yes, oh, Froggy. Yes, this is Froggy. Of course, that's what I meant to say. Yes, this is a modified version of Froggy from Sonic Adventures. Yes, of course. That's what I said. No joke was ruined. Yes, we can salvage it. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Okay, yes, this is Frogger. That's what I said. What did I... P? No, I think you meant G. I said Frogger. Or that would be Froggy. Froggy, yes. That's what we said. Of course. No, you didn't hear what I just said. No, nobody heard that. Nobody listens to this. The Void Demons are still here, of course. Yes, of course. Although we're also not really... taking into account the future people who could be coming in at any moment. But yes, Froggy, I mean, yeah, that's what we said. We didn't say anything of the nature or sorts of that. You don't know. You can't prove it. You can't go back in the video and read the thing out of which it said it. No, you can't. It's illegal. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't drive a boat blindfolded. That's illegal. Drive, boy, drive. I'm going to put a stop to this thing. Come. Just imagine a YouTube poop of that where he just jumps out of the vehicle and just immediately gets hit as soon as he says come. You know what? We were close to the end. I could give you a hint. The name that I just said could be... That's too big of a hint. Never mind. You don't deserve that big of a hint. You didn't work for it. You didn't work for it hard enough. You don't deserve that big of a hint. You know what? I feel like you're taking me for granted here. You're trying to trick me and giving you bigger hints. How dare you? You piece of shit. You son of a bitch. How could you take advantage of me? I have no subscribers here. You're trying to take advantage of that fact and trying to use me to give you a big hint. You better leave right now before I call upon Hank Hill to kick your ass. And this time we've given him enough resistance to drug doses that puts him to sleep, so you can go on ahead and Bill Cosby him. Alright, we're on to Sepia now. Let's put an end to this train wreck before it gets even more derailed. We've already derailed the train. We're now in the lake. We've now somehow managed to find a new rail system in the lake leading to Atlantis, and now we're about to derail it into one of the buildings, and we're about to kill a whole bunch of fish people. Let's try to get this end here. We're about to kill the guy who raped Electric Zoo. So maybe that's not a bad thing, but a lot of innocent people are killed. Huh, that's a conundrum. This is literally what's the word again? The train dilemma? What was it called again? I'm going to look up Google. The train dilemma. The train dilemma? Name? The trolley problem, of course. Oh, yes, the trolley problem. The train dilemma. The large moving vehicle particular issue leading to a very bad state of events. The ginormous, fast-moving, powerful, mechanical machine made of metal and gears imposing upon a situation that of which, I like this one better, that of which causes severely disastrous proportions to occur. I'm ending that there before I have smoke coming out of my ears. We did it, alright? That's it. That's all. That's everything. We've reached the end of the drawing. Thank fucking God. We're like over 3 hours in. My sanity has already tanked by so much. I hope you've enjoyed it. Now, of course, before we go on, should I make that fly a bit more visible? Hold on. I can do that. I can make the fly a tiny bit visible. Zoop. Fly a tiny bit more visible and make that darker so you can see the fly. And, of course, there we go. Awesome. Okay, now we're done. Now we're finished. This is what we've got. Am I going to tell you who this character is now? If you're not paying attention, you don't get to deserve this. You don't deserve it. You're going to have to live the rest of your life not knowing who this character is until you figure it out. Now, with effects, without effects. With effects, without effects. Yes. Finally. Well, okay, I just realized something. You can't even see her face, the face. There you go. I keep forgetting about that fact. You can't even see the face of the character. Although, when I was doing the shading in portion here, even so, my face is still here. So it's all intentional. Yes, of course, it's all intentional. Yeah. Anywho's and wits. I'm gonna just go on ahead over here. Thank you all for watching today's hectic episode of Art Time. Whole lot of stuff happened. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe for more, and check out the playlist. And of course, I need to get the hang of this. I don't know what video we're gonna have here. Maybe the most recent episode of Minecraft RTC Edition, or maybe the previous Art Time episode. Who knows? Or maybe we just use, Minecraft RTC Edition, Art Time. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. I think I can also do that. So, thank you all for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.